Okay, let's see what happens now. Oh, am I live? Sorry. I'm not meant to be live. That's new. Hello, I'm IBX Toy Cat. Why am I live? That's not how that's meant to work at all. Hello, I am IBX Toy Cat, and welcome back to another live stream on the internet. Today's live stream on the internet comes at you from Void Flat. This is Void Flat. It is a 33 by 33. Got to get those dimensions correct. Minecraft world that is just made up of stone with a single cobblestone block in the middle. Now, I've spent 11 days surviving on this so far, and I'm amazed at what we've done. I've built myself a base, not a house, but a base. And I've got myself this little hidey platform I can go off on the edge of. And now, crucially, chat, I've decided to slightly shift gears in what I do, because I had a simple plan. I wanted to get enough gold together to make a golden apple to make villagers, but I just haven't been getting the gold drops. And because there's no local difficulty on Bedrock, that doesn't look like it is going to be happening for me. So instead, my plan is simple. I need the Wandering Trader, because he can sell wood, get me a grinding mob farm, or he can actually just allow me to get saplings and do lots of other fun things with that. But basically, I need to get wood, and the way to get wood is via the Wandering Trader. So what I'm going to do here, as you can presumably tell, is I'm going to get myself a Wandering Trader set of emeralds. Now, there's two easy ones you can do as a person without access to resources. One is the milk bucket. This is what I've been mostly targeting right now. Every Wandering Trader can drink milk buckets and has an 8.5% chance of dropping it if they have them. A little bit of a niche one, but still possible. I've got to kill the baby zombie first. I don't like killing the baby zombie. I never win. I'm gonna walk off the edge of a slime blow. No! Well, at least everyone died with me. That makes me feel better about the whole endeavor. Baby zombies are an absolute nightmare, and we can die in this world. Death is not the thing stopping us. The thing stopping us is how we make all of this progress. So, hello everyone. How is it going? Happy Sunday. I have a lot to say. Oh, sorry. Do I still need to kill skeletons for bows? In general, I do, like via killing them at night. But otherwise, we are looking to kill a lot of zombies. And the reason we're looking to kill a lot of zombies is kind of simple. They have a chance of dropping potatoes, and if we can get 3 potatoes, I can cook. Actually, wait. If I think I already have a potato. I'll reconfirm with you. I have none potatoes. If I can get 4 potatoes, though... Wait, no. I have 1 potato. I do. I'm not imagining it. So if I can just get 3 potatoes, that is a 1 in 120 chance. Same chance as getting an iron ingot. Then, if I get 3 potatoes, I can trade that for an emerald. And so it's seriously worth considering doing. And so I am seriously considering doing it. You guys should fight each other, not me, by the way. If you could, I would prefer that. Okay, you want to fight me anyway. That's chill. I'm glad you got your priorities in order. You know, kill me over here at least, if you can. Okay, that's if you want to do that too, that's great. I guess I don't get a choice in this matter. So where is the Dom scribe button? I mean, I see the logic. We have subscribes. The logic. I guess it makes perfect not sense now that you say it like that. Okay, so I'm gonna punch the zombie, and then I'm just gonna wait here and let the skeleton get him again. But what if the zombie's already been hurt by me? He doesn't do it. So I'm gonna finish off this this zombie here, not get a potato, but then I'm gonna hope that this guy, this fella right here, is gonna decide that no, he's busy with me anyway. It must be something like if you've already punched a zombie or skeleton, that they don't care anymore. It's gonna be something along those lines. The stronghold does not generate. Yeah, there is no stronghold in this world. There's probably some cheese we could use, like some bug we could... But I've never been a fan of challenges that rely on, like, I utilize some serious bug that is clearly not intentional. It's like, so you're just saying you cheated. It's how it always felt to me. Like, you're not using the game rules, you're using the opposite of game rules. But, you know, I bet there is a way that you could get a stronghold to generate here. Whether it is a good idea to do so, and whether it's in the spirit of the rules, are, of course, different questions. Good evening, Toy Cat, and good evening to everyone here, says Humble Soul. Hey, we got another bow! Chat, these are huge. Every time we get these, bows are our only current renewable smelting source. And we now have enough bows to smelt 4.5 items. Might not sound huge, but I swear it is. Oh, great. Yes, they'll fight each other only if you haven't attacked them before. If you attack a mob, it aggroes on you. That makes perfect sense. So chat, it is a happy Sunday. He needs 10 iron to drop then. Yeah, we need a lot of very rare stuff to happen. Is one of the biggest things going forwards. But to give myself something to actually believe in, because what are the odds we get 10 iron ingots if I've gotten 0 so far? It's hard to believe in is my my long, hard thought here. So instead, that's why I like to believe the Wandering Trader will just drop his, it will just drop his, his little bucket next time we're here. That's how it will work. If we all believe together, then it will work that way. In the meantime, most of our actual benefits are going to come from just getting slime blocks, so that when we do have, stuff together, once we do have wood, we actually have blocks to build the wood on the side of. That's kind of important to me. I'm miserable physically. I hope you're good. Yeah, I think I'm doing pretty good physically even. I woke up this morning and extreme, just my body was like, what did you do to me? Because last night I ate a lot of fried food. Oh no, I have to patch that up. Chat, this world is gonna be all bone blocks and no stone blocks by the time we're done. That seems like an inevitability at this point, but that's fine. It's also fine that I've got a lot of arrows. As soon as I get a bow with good durability, I think I would like to take advantage of that. I think I would really like to take advantage of that. Also, let's kill these zombies. Or should we just leave them around somewhere for a bit? I think I like that idea. Get the zombies, bring them somewhere, and then just kill them in the morning when it's easy. Also, how would a stronghold generate in this world, though? Oh, it would be some absurd bug where you're like, I generated a normal world, or convinced the world it was normal. If you took this world with this exact same spawn, and then you edited out the part of the save file where it knew it was a flat world, eventually it would generate normal chunks, and so eventually one of those normal chunks would have the stronghold in them. And again, that's I think that's uncreative. I think what is far more creative is working out what we can do in a world where clearly there is nothing we can do. Run, go, perfect. No bones for me to patch up today. Matt, watching these kind of challenges makes me feel better about how much time I spend just trying to build a working with a skeleton farm. Yeah, if you enjoy the time you spend in Minecraft, it doesn't matter what you're doing. Genuinely, though, that's the reason I don't build with a skeleton farm. I was I had fun doing it, and then I learned, rules don't work correctly. And it's some people are oh, it's fun to fix. And I'm like, no, I don't enjoy the, that part of the process for that. I think, yeah, I think there's lots of things in life that you're just going to naturally really enjoy or naturally really not enjoy. I think we are just all built different. Night is an opportunity to place a mushroom. So I did some testing. I made a copy of this world to test 2 theories, things that make perfect sense but haven't matched my experience. The first of which is slime blocks. Slime blocks shouldn't be able to spawn mobs, but yet, chat, I don't know if you're familiar with this, slime blocks do spawn mobs on them. I tested, I placed 100 slime blocks exactly over there in this exact same world, and they would spawn slimes. Oh, for Hacker1MC, I am gonna have to unfriend you if you. I know, I feel like he's one of the viewers of this. No. Oh, what is he doing? Oh, okay. So that's a good reminder. Make sure your world is on invite only. Minecraft wants multiplayer to be the default, but please don't. Please stop testing my worlds of being open. I don't want that. That's specifically what I do not want. Yeah, that was almost. I almost just lost. Almost just had a big disaster there. Okay, with that said, yeah, I now have this beautiful slime block, as well as some zombies, which will burn in the day. Honestly, this world looks like like it would be a really good place to show some shaders. Okay, so let's now kill the slimes, and then... Oh, the zombies are already dead. My whole reason for keeping them alive has been wasted. Do you know the threat is serious when a British Xbox player threatens to unfriend you? Okay, so I need to get this creeper off the edge. Or should we just kill him naturally, actually? I've got all the time in the world, so we might as well actually kill the creeper, right? I never need to do this, but since today I have the time, we may as well. That explosion would have been in the middle too. It might have made the world impossible. Oh, why would it have made the world impossible, Scoopski? You got me curious. What drop are you hoping for from the witch? Sticks would be very handy from the witch. I would love some sticks from the witch. I'd make myself a stone spear. But redstone is very nice by itself. Sugar, I think, is the real game changer, though. If I can get sugar from a witch, I think that's my most valuable individual drop. Okay, so today we're looking to get our hands on a lot of slime balls for a lot of slime blocks. Because I'd like to be able to keep my mobs at bay better. Oh, I have so many slime blocks. Why didn't I make myself a stack? So what we're going to do is we're going to take all these slime blocks out today. And I'm going to place them around here because I have tested and proven that slimes can spawn on these. So this is my slime spawning little test area. Let's get some more things. Baked Potato says, opinion on baked beans. Great question. Glad you're asking it. They're really great. Who doesn't like baked beans? Everyone's a fan of baked beans. All my homies love baked beans. Sorry, why is sugar valuable? So that's a very normal question to be asking, Dasher. The reason why sugar is valuable is because of this recipe right here. I have spider eyes. I have a single brown mushroom. It should be worth saving, but I don't think it is. And sugar would allow me to make fermented spider eyes. Fermented spider eyes do sell to the Wandering Trader, which means I can get emeralds, which means I can make a farm, which means very, very good things. So chat, today I'm going to make myself a drink while we do this. It is a Sunday. It's a day of celebration. But genuinely this morning I was like, I want to stream. I want to stream. I really wanted to. And so let's have a beverage while we do this stream together, chat. I've got a very fun glass, my beverage today. It's a fun beverage too. It's a kumquat drink. I don't know what a kumquat looks like, to be honest with you. I can tell you it's delicious though. And yeah, it's gonna be a great little evening. Hey, okay, slime block. Every single one of these big slimes we get basically equates to a slime block. And in a world where we have very few blocks and getting those blocks is very challenging, I think being able to get a block every 2 to 3 minutes, big win as far as I'm concerned. So, gotta be very careful not to... Oh, yes, 4 of them! Okay, this is the goal, chat. When you get 4 medium slimes, even if they only give you a couple of tiny slimes each, you're still talking about getting a full slime block. Sometimes even more, though. Look how many little guys I've got here. Now, think about how many slime balls that's going to equate to. Oh, yes, yes. This is perfect, chat. This is perfect. 12 slime balls from one slime. So with that said, thank you very much to Diluted Dante. I did a lot of testing. I did a lot of testing on this world. I used both for creepers when they weren't on their own to knock them off the edge, and witches mainly. You're going to get wood before the gold. Yeah, you're 100% right. I guess I just overthought about how many mobs we would get. Because I've lit this side of the world up, I've got so few spawnable blocks that I get so few mobs naturally at night that it does change the whole mechanic. Even baked potatoes can be sold to the Wandering Trader. Yes, that's why I want to get 3 more potatoes. And then I'll be able to sell them baked potatoes. Although that means that if I could just get my hands on 1 dirt block, I'd be able to bone mill the potatoes to get that done too. I'm in a really powerful position. The fact that I have stone means that I can smelt. So I have access to stuff I don't usually have in my challenges. Kumquat is like a large grape-shaped size citrus. Oh, sounds funky. Sounds very funky. Sounds like I want to get me a kumquat. I'm going to bring the slime over to me, actually. Because that way, the slime... I can let slime spawn while I fight my slime. This is my 1000 IQ play, chat. Why waste valuable slime spawning time by killing slimes when you could simply have more? So just like that, I've gotten... Ooh, wow. I've gotten 3 more slime balls, which is great. I've also gotten a ton of XP that I will do nothing with. It really is a shame. I don't think I ever want XP in this world. One day, theoretically, if I kill enough zombies, I can make an anvil. And then I could rename my items. Or a cartography table, and I could rename my maps. But chat, I'm gonna be real with you. How much value do you think maps have in this world? Because if you think the answer is more than 0, I've got some bad news for you. OMG, finally you're living. Yeah, I am living. Living for a baked potato or two. This would be easier if there was any way for you to get grass. Yeah, that is actually the biggest challenge, I would say. Once I get that, a lot of things get a lot easier. My big grind ideas are all made easier by grass, because then I can make wood, which then means I can make blocks. The game becomes the only thing that the challenge really lacks in terms of end game. Like, I think that once I have my house, I don't really have many great big tasks after that. Oh, the XP's gone. And that's because there's no lava. If you could make lava as a thing, I feel like lots of possibilities would open up. Like, what does the Nether look like on a void flat world? Probably just the Nether, actually. 4 baked potatoes for emeralds. It's for 1 emerald too, so it really is a ballsy play. But I feel like I've never gone through such a drought of getting no rare drops from zombies. Like, I saw a zombie with a sword, didn't get it. I've seen zombies with armor, only gotten 1 piece. It's just not going well. So what were you doing before the stream? You acted like we snuck up on you. Yeah, you did sneak up on me. No, what it was, if you want to know, to try and be real as opposed to fake, I think I want to sleep through this. I don't think I need Thunder. I could have Thunder strike a pig and I'd get a villager and I'd get a witch. Don't need that. I could have Thunder strike a creeper and I would have a bigger problem. I could have Thunder strike a cow, but I won't have cows. Therefore, there's no need for Thunder. Yeah, if I had a pig, I could get a zombie piglin. Yeah, if I got grass, that would be really, really huge. I won't get grass, though, so that is not huge. So get Podzol from the Wandering Trader and Bone Meal the Mushroom. Yeah, and then, oh, here's another fella. Thank you, Humble Soul. So, okay, I'm going to be real with you. I'm going to actually explain to you what I was up to today. So, I had a simple plan, record Seed Sunday, and then spend a few hours working on, like, video concepts for the next week or two. I've got a lot of stuff. I've got a lot of fun ideas, but they need, like, development, basically. You know, like, thinking about them, working out fun stuff to do with them. And then, after that, I figured, also, thank you very much for, wow, look how generous people are today. Happy Sunday to all of you. Enjoy your beverages, too. I'm sorry, Kat told me I'll stop doing that. Thank you very much, Hacker1MC. I'm sorry, I had no idea what was going on in chat, but Kat did apologize, and I'm sorry that you have to apologize, Kat. For a second, I thought I just missed the entire stream, but good thing you just started. Yes, we have just started today. Yeah, my goal was simple. So I have a cousin, and I've broadly mentioned them, but I don't want to be too identifying. But I have a Muslim side of my family, chat. It's a very interesting quirk, because my Asian side isn't from anywhere near the Muslim part of Asia. I mean, there's multiple Muslim parts of Asia. It is mostly Asia, though, isn't it? Anyway, but my so I have some Muslim family, and I've been reconnecting with a family member on that side, and I want to share this chat because it's just the silliest thing. So this family member, they work part-time at a bakery, and last time I tried to meet, they're like, I'll send you my work rota, and then you can schedule yourself around that. And I was like, awesome. And they were working I don't think that many hours, like 14 hours a week. Like, it's not that many. I was like, how about this? But something went wrong. We missed some wires. And they're like, I'm so sorry. I left you on red for 2 months. Do you want me to send you my schedule again? And I said, sure. And then they sent me their schedule. And every single day for the next 3 weeks just said holiday. And I was like, so you don't have any hours? And they're like, oh yeah, I guess not. I guess I'm on holiday for the next 3 weeks. Very funny thing. But yeah, so I'd be like, once someone gets tricky enough to schedule with, you eventually can just start saying like, oh yeah, we should do stuff. And you don't really have to worry about it actually happening, because you know, like, odds are they will cancel. It's a dangerous place to get in. You should always believe that someone won't cancel. But yeah, I was like, yeah, they'll probably cancel at some point between now and then. Like, just statistically speaking, it seems likely that will lead to a cancellation. Great if it doesn't, but it probably will. And so yeah, the last minute they're like, no, it actually does work. That's really great. And I was like, oh, wonderful. So let's meet up. Let's do some stuff. And they said they had to go at 5:30, and I didn't question why. I was just like, oh, okay, they're going at 5:30, getting here at 4. That means that I can do my stuff before 4. I can record a 2-cat between that and 6, and then I can start streaming at 6-ish, 6:15, something like that. But yeah, it was great. I enjoyed talking to them. I was like, oh yeah, before you go, would you like me to show you this? And they're like, well, all I'm going to do is I'm going home to... it's called iftar, right? The where you eat after you've fasted all day. And I was like, oh, how about we? And I was like, oh, well, I wanted to, you know, spend the time with them, but I was like, I've got a stream scheduled, so like, okay, well, I can't go with you, but like, I'm about to order like food. That's probably what I'm gonna do today. I've been looking forward to it all weekend. So would you like to jump in on that maybe? And she was like, yeah, actually, I really would like that. So yeah, we did an iftar chat. Look at me. I'm basically a religious hero right now. That's what I'm saying. Savior of religious freedom is what they're calling me. And oh, sleeping through the thunderstorm. That's a fun message. But yeah, even though they call me the hero of religious freedoms, that's a thing we should totally get together and do. There's that thing we should totally get together and do. Also chucked under the bus. I'll do it again. Anyway, so we ate, and then it was like good. I had to do, like, there was this weird thing, right? Like, I'm being real about this. I'm a believer that, like, if you're spending time with someone, you want to give them as much of your attention as you humanly can, right? I feel like your attention is a really valuable thing. I think your time is valuable too, but like time and attention. If you spend time with someone, but you're constantly on your phone, that's not really spending time with someone. If you spend attention with someone, but you're there for 6 minutes, also not valuable. So, yeah, I had a, I kind of had this decision of like, okay, this is someone who I can maybe schedule to meet once every 6 months. And I've got them here, and they're like, I would like to stay for longer. And then I've got my stream, who I owe far more to. I think this is an unhealthy part of the parasocial relationship, but I do think I owe you a lot as a stream chat. I think you're all very kind strangers to me. You see Diluted Dante tip me twice already. You see Humble Soul just became a channel member, supporting what we do here on the internet. And, you know, you could say it's unhealthy, but I do think that is a more important part of my day-to-day life. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm not. Yeah, I decided to make that change, if only because of the circumstances. But it does mean that I have to feel a little bit bad. I took what could have been an extra hour of stream time, and I spent it with my my family member chat. And the family member probably didn't even give me money. They did the opposite, actually. They took my food, didn't even offer to pay for some of it. I think I would have said no, but I think I would have wanted to say yes if they had offered. You know, you meant to like you meant to ask people like, hey, can you pay? You know how like this is one of those funny things you only discover when you meet people who aren't from your family. But some people really love, like, they want to gift you something, but the only way they want to gift you something is if you repeatedly say, no, you can't. And they go, yes, I will. I want to. You know, like, it's, I think that's, if you're a guy, first date etiquette is a lot of that. Like, a lot of women will say, oh no, we'll split this. What they're really saying, I don't know how you can tell the difference. Thank God I'm not having to work this out these days. But you have to work out the difference between I want to split this and I want you to reiterate that you are going to pay for this again, but I get to feel like I'm offering to split it, and you are confirming that you are being extra generous and you're not just doing what is expected of you. Because if you didn't really want to do this, then you would say, oh yeah, sure, good idea, split, and boom, we got this. So some people like I don't know, the classic example, my brother's girlfriend's parents, they love for him to say like 18 times, like no, you can't buy this, it's too generous. So some people love that. And so yeah, I have no idea what started that chain of thought, but now you know. There's some life with Toy Cat. If you want it, now you have it. So split the treasure. Such unnecessary mind games. How does it work for? I feel like, you know, again, like I feel like Russia's in that sweet spot of like enough shared culture that I get it, but enough non-shared culture that I'm like, what's going on there? You know, like it's a famous thing. Like Dutch people are like, I mean, people say Dutch people are cheap, but I wouldn't say that Dutch people are cheap. I would say Dutch people just, you know, they want they want to be clear and on the table, right? You know, they're very I don't know, like autism friendly. Like it's like, oh yeah, I will lay out exactly what I want from you, and then you can lay out exactly what you want from me, and then we can be clear that that is good or that is bad. You know, if you go on the first day and you're like, I am showing up here because you are paying for me, I am not sure that I will enjoy myself, but a free meal will make it all better. And then the guy can be like, I am going to pay for you tonight, not because I desire to pay for 2 plates of food, but I only want to eat one, but instead because I believe that I'd like to show you that one day I could be a provider of some form, and one of the simplest things to provide is food. And so I have not necessarily provided this food in any way other than I have gone to here and picked this place out. But yeah. Anyway, Toy Cat, are you still a pastafarian? I am in. Pastafarian is one of my favorite religions. Yes. In some cultures, expected you reject gifts so many times before accepting. Yeah, it's like, and again, if everyone gets it, that, like, no, actually, no. No, actually, chat. Where are you from? How does it work with gifts for you? I think to myself, like, if you're doing something generous, it feels nice to be reiterated that you don't need to do the generous thing. But actually, it's like, well, no one's actually reiterating if they have to say no 5 times. You know? Because you feel like an arse if you say, yeah, I'll do this, and then someone says, you don't have to. No, you... No! You stupid slime. It might be better to put my slime blocks, like, at the edge of the world there. Specifically just to make sure mobs don't walk off the edge. I think that might be worth seriously considering. Like if I make a little fence around the world. Yeah, because theoretically slimes could still spawn on that. But then they would stop falling off the edge and breaking my heart. Sounds good to me. I'd appreciate that honesty. Ah, you might be Dutch there. I mean, I hear you are Dutch these days, Dasher. Yeah, this is a delightful kumquat drink. Yeah, I can't be asked with that dance. But again, a lot of people say like, well, you know, I can't be asked with telling, oh, that's 2 blocks we've lost. Chat. I think this is a sign. How many slime blocks have we gained from having our blocks in the sky? How many slime blocks have we lost due to having that in the sky? I don't so know, but sometimes I will ask, are you sure, if it's very generous? Yeah, I think my instinct is to be like, you've said something generous, even if you're not sure, I think I would still like it. If you're even slightly inclined, I think I'm going to take it. Even if you secretly say to yourself, like, well, I'm not so sure anymore, I'll be like, I think you're sure. I think you're comfortable with this, so let's do this. Turn all your stone into fences to keep them falling off from the 2 stone blocks that remain. No picture of a kumquat on the bottle. Not that I can see. It's just text. It's fancy, I guess. And then it's the UK Chief Medical Officer does not recommend drinking more than 10 of these a week. That'd be expensive. Anyway, Toy Cat, in my experience, I always felt an urge not to accept gifts out of kindness for not taking what I have not earned. Ooh, I think you're putting yourself at the center of someone else's gift again. This is the tricky thing about society, right? Is like, what if the people want to give you a gift, you're gonna deny it because of your feelings But your feelings aren't what's important. If someone's being generous, their feelings take priority. That's how I see it. Is the generous party gets to dictate how this works. But also, they've got to be clear in dictating how this works. Here in Greece, repeating the gift repeatedly is quite rare. But it does sometimes occur. What's more common is being pressured to accept foods, gifts, hospitality, even if you don't want them. Oh, yeah. I hate that end of things, where it's like, oh, yeah, if I don't want something, I'm not going to have something. Even, like, on the lowest level, like, if someone invites you into their house, they want to offer you a beverage, and they want you to say yes to something. So, like, tea or coffee is a classic one in the UK. But, you know, I want it to be like, no, I am not thirsty at this moment. I can have water or nothing. So KMB600 says, in Indian culture, it's also a thing. Sometimes it can be taken offensively, especially if you give money. Oh, yeah. I don't think I have the stomach to deal with that level. If you offer me a beer 5 times, I will accept 5 times. Yeah, exactly. Oh, okay. So I mentioned just now that I had not gotten a slime from my slime blocks, but now the calculations have changed. I've lost 3 slime blocks, but I've gained a medium-sized one. So as you can see, it makes no sense that slimes can spawn on a transparent block. But slimes are not a transparent block, is what apparently we're learning from that. So now you know something useful. And if you don't know something useful, then you haven't been paying attention. Okay, so I'm going to grab one of these blocks, and then I'm going to use it to make a little tower up, so that if we get some easy zombies, I can fight them. I think it might be worth making... Oh, yes, no! Chat, I think it's worth seriously considering what it is that is going on in this world. I insist on water when offered a beverage, even if it breaks the unwritten social contract. What can I say? I love water. Water's so good. Water's the one beverage you should always be drinking, even if it's not offered to you. Not me personally. I accept any gift without hesitation. Not sure if that makes me rude. Yeah, there is a funny thing. I even feel like I don't know. I get really. I feel like I must have gotten into some problems because I accept, you know, gifts without hesitation. No, I'm a believer in, like, yeah, advocate for yourself if you disagree with the gift that you are being offered right now. You gotta say something. You can't wait for me to say something. I'm not gonna say this gift's a bad idea. And I am the one to tell you if this gift is a bad idea, because I'm the one offering it. I guess you could say if something's, like, really outside the realm of expected. Like I mentioned, a viewer offered me £300 for something recently. I was like, no, it's okay. You don't need to worry about that. It's up to you if you want to do it, but I'm not going to push that. I can't. The most I can do is say thanks. Or not, you know. Maybe it was dollars, actually. Anyway, I rarely deny coffee when offered. Oh, but then, okay, this is... Can I get into the most snobbish thing that I think I'll ever say? Because I think I am a bit of a food snob. I don't want to be, but I think I am. There's a lot of food in the world that just isn't very good. And if you don't believe that, like, go on a commercial plane or something, and then tell me you disagree still. Okay, so 2 skeletons. That's really easy to solve. We let them shoot each other and can slowly get further away. Until eventually, hopefully... Oh no, this isn't going to go well for me. Okay, I think I'm... Oh, wait, he's just given up. Okay, they both just given up on each other. Unexpected. Okay, so I'm going to stay away from the edge because I've got these slime blocks. And I would like to keep those slime blocks. So let's go pick them up. And let's go do this. Oh, there's a creeper. Very worth avoiding that creeper. I disagree. I agree. You're not offering me water, but I'll break into your house and drink from your tap. Very valid to break into someone's house and drink from their tap, by the way. If people tell you it's not, they just don't understand the rules of politeness. I've got 2 slime blocks on me that I don't want to lose. So I do have to think about this quite tactically. Okay, there we go. They'll finish each other off now. That should happen at least. Now we just have to deal with the creeper. And... Oh, no. Okay. Just keep running around him. I'll solve this problem. There. Oh, another bow, chat. And this one actually has arrows in it. That's, I mean, I'm sorry, it has durability. There's no arrows in the bow. That's not how bows work. Or durability. In Scotland, businesses are required by law to give you tap water if asked. Yeah, in the UK, or in England, I guess, and Wales, it's, they're only required to give you water if they serve alcohol, which I think is interesting. Also, if we see a witch, we can now shoot it with the bow. We've got enough bows and arrows that I've now solved another problem in my world. Isn't that delightful? So I'll leave these blocks here, and then I'll just keep following the skeleton around it. Oh. He's much better at that than I am. So I'm thinking genuinely I could just go to sleep. Wait for a few mobs to spawn here. Then sleep them out in the morning. Yeah, that is the move, because we want slimes, not these other mobs. How long could you go about lobster rolls before you break down? Less time than you're probably expecting, I'm about to say. So we'll grab our goodies. And then, oh, no. Grab the goodies. Get the skeletons to fight each other. Easy one of those will do it. That could get me a skeleton bow, if I'm lucky. And then this creeper needs to go off the edge somewhere. Okay, no, so it's funny, once they get far enough away from each other, because they shoot each other, they just go, I forgot what I was up to. Guess I'd better get back to killing Toy Cat. That seems important. Like, if that's not important, then what is? So what we'll just do is we'll just go back in the house. And then maybe the thing comes into here. Probably not, though. And the skeleton walks off the edge. Perfect. Oh, there's a slime right there. Oh, no, you how are they all so stupid? Like, they don't have no survival instinct. They have negative survival instinct. They are making decisions that will get them killed. Also, how does this happen? I think I found a bug in the Bedrock pathfinding code, huh? They assume they can go... I think what it is they must assume they can go down onto the void. It's got to be something weird like that, right? That's the only explanation that makes sense to me. Is that they see the void not as nothing, but as a block. Because otherwise, why would they be doing it? Okay, so that's 3 mobs. I'm going to let them die by morning. My favorite way to kill a mob. I just stick my head under the tap smack. Oh, yeah, I used to do that a bunch as a kid. People were like, oh, you don't want a glass? It's like, no. Why would I put a vessel between me and the thing that I'm consuming? Do you think I'm an idiot or something? Do you think I don't understand how this works? Okay, so I'm going to have to fight these guys too. Just a little bit. Just one time for him. Should be good. And then we'll finish him off. No potatoes, amazingly. Just a ton of bones. Thankfully, enough bones to make a bone block. But still very confusing stuff going down here. Bone block made. Chest sorted. 4 bows now. We are moving towards our furnace fuel dreams. You need a wool, mate. Gonna make the void flat world great again. You know that? For real, though, I think, like, there's no way. This is a fun idea. It just does not make sense compared to the wool. So, technically speaking, because we're thinking about big slimes, and because this is the edge of a chunk already. No, minus 16 is past the edge of the chunk. So there's no... Wait, no. Minus 16 is the edge of the chunk. 16 positive is past it. So our... Like, if you get what I'm saying, this should be where our wall starts. And then it should continue out this way. Around there. It's really risky to do this, and I hate it, but we got to do it. Let's build ourselves a slime wall. And arguably, it'd be better if it was like a block further out. Because then it won't block any slime spawns. But chat, that scares me, so I'm not going to do it. Is being scared enough of a reason to potentially lower my slime spawn count? No, it's not. Oh, which is why I should probably put this one on the edge of the block too. No, I'm not going to, though. No, I should, though. This is more important. Okay. Oh. Chat, it's scary. It's really scary. But let's move our blocks over here. Just to make sure that slimes can spawn fully. And then let's grab this block. I can't really afford to be losing any at this moment. So I can't fall down this gap, so I can do it as many times as I need to. And then this way we'll lose a tiny baby slime if we need to. And we can still knock creepers off the edge, which is great. But now giant slimes won't be able to just jump off the edge. That's a ballsy move. And hopefully one I won't regret. I'm really hoping, chat, I'll not be regretting this in the future. Maybe they check blocks below them for unsafeness, and indexing returns an error because there's no block minus 65. Ooh, I like that theory too. If there's no block, but no possibility for there to be a block, then something is wrong. So can't leave an area to punch creepers from. Yeah, I think that's why it's good that we've got the extra block. Because you're right, we don't want to get up to this, have a creeper explode, destroy the wall, and like it'll cost us a lot more than just ourselves. So let's jump off the edge. I need the food again. Again, it'd be fun to have a death counter, but my PC is not all the way set up yet. Honestly, I think I am slightly struggling with, now that I'm back, I think at peak efficiency, I can operate, you know, like I can do like X, Y, Z in a day. But I need to do like X, Y, Z and also A, because every now and then I need to do A. I want to rearrange my whole office chat. I need to reset up my Stream Deck now that my PC isn't giving random errors. And just all these things take some extra time that I haven't accounted for, while also keeping the schedule going. It's very hectic. Okay, so yeah, so Kat, do we get a new baby ocelot? If not, what was your favorite retexture? That's a good point. The baby ocelot looks less like me now. That's sad. Isn't the dream to remake society in my image? But yeah, Humble Soul, the chat mods are goated, damn. It's good to see you, Humble Soul. As the newest channel member, I've got to ask a question. How's it going? What made you decide to member? Let me do a new member survey with you. Because that is one of the things that is very exciting to me. I think the membership thing is one of the, like, most important things for a channel of our age, right? To be able to, like, exist in the same way. And yeah, I've got some questions. I think does anyone prefer vanilla lighting over shaders is what Humbled Soul says. I love shaders, but sometimes they feel too blinding bright or oversaturated. I think I want to make a video about my issues with vibrant visuals, but I don't think enough people care. I think this is a fun thing where it's like, okay, I've got something interesting I'd like to share, but I'll wait until there's a good moment. Also, baby ocelot, do baby ocelot. Beautiful, Dasher. Absolutely beautiful. I'm going to put these slime blocks over here just in case it makes a difference. Also, is that snow over there? No, it's a bone block. I'm stupid. I placed that bone block there very recently. I haven't... Oh, there's a slime. There's a slime, chat. Look at this. Our wall is doing absolutely nothing for us. But still, we have a slime. So I personally admire you a lot. You have a lot of opinions that I agree with, but at the same time, insight I learn a lot from. I respect you a lot. Oh, thank you. Wow, that was a very nice comment. I appreciate it. I feel very lovely. I'd care even as background noise. I am impressed how many people liked the 39 minutes of just update noise. I was like, that'll be a fun one-off. But a lot of people are like, yeah, actually, this is a good format to get my Minecraft news in. It makes me want to do something like it again. Because those were my favorite videos on YouTube. There's a YouTuber who's dead now. His name was Total Biscuit. And he used to make, like, reviews of games that loads of people say were really useful. But it's like, I'm not going to play any of those games. But a 40-minute discussion on the, you know, like, broader topics, I was like, yeah, that's for me. That's, it's a joy to load that up as I play a game. And, if you don't know, Total Biscuit is dead now. So there's no more of those that will ever come my way. But it's weird sometimes the things that you do learn from what you want from the world because of what you I guess like a lot of art must be like that. Like things that you enjoy represent what you want to see. I think it's one of the reasons why you should be concerned about a K-shaped world, right? If people grow up with two different experiences, like you know, the castes, the classes, whatever you want to call them. But if people are just having fundamentally different experiences, then you stop even designing for each other's worlds because you stop understanding each other's worlds. Whereas, you know, like the person who made Ryanair is like a multi-millionaire, wildly wealthy, can fly private jets whenever they want, but they still know what makes a commercial airline great because they would have grown up with commercial airlines. But if you grow up exclusively using private jets, you're not going to make a Ryanair. You're going to make Ryanair but for private jets or something. Same with like, I don't know, Weatherspoons and pubs or anything like that. Absolutely why I draw what I'd like to see more of. So if we all have like the same goals in society, then it doesn't matter which part of society you come from. If you make those goals into reality, you probably make reality better. Also, Polymush says, I fell from a high place while traveling per water spout, and I didn't know where I was. Ugh, pain. I typically watch your videos, but I care about the content or not. November 9369. That's one of my favorite like ego boosting statements for a YouTuber. It's exactly what, you know, like, I think it's an unrealistic expectation, but still, if I'm being real, a nice thing to hear. It's like, yeah, that was fun. You know, like you like to believe that you have at least one person who believes that. So chat, I have not encountered a slime in some time, and I'm starting to wonder if the problem is me or the slimes. Like, it shouldn't be those slime blocks there, but I just want my slime wall to save me one slime so I can justify its existence, chat. That slime wall took a lot of resources to put together, and so I would like for it to do one thing for me. Just one thing. Just one thing. Ryanair becomes Richard Aviation and owned by someone who flies private jets. Oh, I like that. That's good, Dasher. You know, Ryan, that's a fancier name than Ryan, like Reginald, or Regirigard, or Ratatouille. Yeah, those are all real things. But yeah, I wish VV looked more vanilla. I think it's over time I'm coming to appreciate it more. I think when it first came out, I was like, yeah, this is good. It's like vanilla. And then I switch back and I'm like, oh no, this is vanilla. I think I'll probably switch back one more time. But I think I'd like to make my permanent switch to vibrant visuals soon. I think I would like that. Reginald is Koala from American Dad. Reginald Aircraft. Reginald Air Industries. Now, Reginald Aviation is fancier. Also, I missed the Deep in the Mind podcast. I think the Deep in the Mind podcast, if I could give some advice to anyone, it's that sometimes you can make something which is a really smart move at the time, but probably a worse move in the long run. An easy example of this is making a career move. Like, actually, here's an example. If you become a waiter, or server, as they call them in America sometimes, I don't understand if there is a difference, but if you become someone who delivers food, the main way you get paid in the United States, it's very different in other countries where you actually are expected that you get paid a certain amount and then a tip zero bonus, but you make money basically based on the percent of the food. So you're effectively, you can pick a job where you get paid way more, but in exchange, it's not guaranteed. Also, where did that skeleton go? You can pick a job where your payment basically becomes percent based, and if you're in a really fancy place like a steakhouse or something, you can make way more money from tips than you would from a standard, you know, like minimum wage. Oh, there's a copper helmet guy. Let's go get him over here. Let's get them all over here. But the trade-off is there's no like going from a waiter, like there's not a lot of career progression. So you might be able to make 40k a year now. I'm just making up numbers. I have no idea what this number is in your state, your restaurant, your whatever. I'm just picking things off the back of a hat to make my point. You might be able to make 40k now, but there's another job you could pick up being a software engineer where you might make 10k a year on an internship. I don't know. I'm fudging numbers here, chat. But then because you have career progression, one day you might be an L2 manager or band free at Facebook/Meta or whatever. Every tech company has their own like lingo for this stuff. But yeah, you progression is something where you can lose in the short term but gain in the long run. I've got a lot of mobs that I would like to kill. And so, let's work on that, chat. Let's lure them all the way to this side. All the way over here. I might get shot off the edge here if I'm not careful. All the way over here. And then just run back to our base. And then just go to sleep before anyone notices anything. Just... Oh, no, 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 no. In the bed. No, I was too slow. Okay, so we've got a lot of mobs, including some rotten flesh. But again, my goal here, chat, is I want to kill them via daylight. Daylight is the most effective way to kill. So we're going to do that, but more effectively. Just put that back there and then go. Now the morning comes, mobs die, I finish them, we're good. Okay. So, no, you gotta... Okay, so I have my regrets, but I've got to make sure I punch these guys at least once, because otherwise the kill doesn't get credited to me. And then they give you worse drops for whatever reason when that's true. It doesn't make any sense, because logically they would have the same drops, because it's the same mob either way. But logic and Minecraft do not line up very often. I am sad to report. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and get the creepers separated from him. Or we could just even, like... Yeah, I think we'll just have to turn around. Actually, will the creeper just walk towards me through the hole? I think they will. Yeah! I forgot about the hole technique. Creepers just walk right into them, chat. I could use that to my advantage if I can get enough wool. So I'll definitely be killing that spider in the morning. Okay, so... No, 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 no! Chat! I hate that. Such a bad deal. This is why creepers are just a nightmare in every sense of the word. But yeah, I'm going to kill the zombie and I'm going to kill the spider, specifically while I try to get slimes. Slimes are still the priority here. This is just a mob that I can kill to keep me busy while I try and do that. So why was Deep in the Mine a long-term decision? So I partnered with there was a podcast company. Their entire way they made money was they sold to like hospitals and like waiting rooms and stuff like that, right? Places where you didn't really have much of a choice about what you watched. And so all they needed to do was to broaden what they could say they offered. And so they're willing to pay like a decent amount of money just for the series to exist. And then in exchange, it would be, as well as syndicated on YouTube, I would syndicate it through their network. But in exchange, they did want, you know, in exchange, they wanted, you know, like some % of the ad revenue. And so it was really good. We did like 10 episodes. And then they're like, okay, here is a sponsorship. We want you to accept it at this price point. And I was like, that's not really a good price point, and it's not a good sponsorship. I don't want to do that one, if I'm being honest with you. And they're like, okay, that's cool. And then they offered another sponsorship with the worst company. And I was like, no, we can just leave it at the rate per episode. And they're like, no. We set this show up so that we could have like a, you know, like a sponsorship like set up, and if we don't have a sponsor, it doesn't make sense to do a show. And so I was like, okay, I'll take the next sponsor, whatever it is. But then they're like, we can't find a sponsor, by the way. So how about we just take a couple of weeks off while we do? And I'm like, there's no point having a weekly show. Anyway, basically, I allowed some creative control, and I made some good money. Like, call it, you know, I don't know, like $400 of every 3 episodes or something weird like that. There was like some real money that would not have been on the table otherwise. Podcasts are not very monetizable otherwise. But because I gave up some of the control to it, it meant that I then had something that I didn't care. Like I wasn't able to keep the thing going on my own behalf. And so I had to like restart the thing from scratch, which was like silly. Like, who wants to have 2 podcasts in the span of a year? So I was like, okay, we cancel this podcast and I can do something like it in the future. But the the name rights or whatever to that thing are owned by someone else. It was just a bad deal I signed, basically, right? But I guess no, it was a good deal that I signed, but it was bad in the sense that it limited my future possibilities, and it meant someone else had a stake, and if that someone and me aren't perfectly aligned, then we have an issue. And yeah, I think that is an easy mistake to make. By the way, that's my first slime to be saved by the wall. Yeah, I love a good bit of saving. Do you think making a stone spear would be worth it to keep creepers at length? Yeah, I think eventually it's definitely going to be worth it. Right now, we could argue we know we're getting wood. I'm being very protective of the wood, but we could just say, like, not only we know we're getting wood, but we have a stick already. That's an argument for a sword more than it is an argument for a spear, though. But yeah, if I got another stick from a witch, I think I would definitely craft it into a spear. And then I would feel pretty good for a while. Next podcast, High in the Meadow. Yeah, hope one of the sponsors wasn't BetterHelp. It was BetterHelp. Yeah, I if I'm not mistaken, I think I did a BetterHelp sponsorship. It's either that I did one because I was really reluctant, or I didn't do one. But it's like, yeah, that's not. I didn't want to. But it's not even like I don't have a moral opposition with the company. I just knew it was like, oh yeah, this is unpopular. I don't want to trade it in my, you know, like I don't have a stake in this company. I don't think they're a bad company. I just know that they did some bad things. I know they used to be really dodgy. And it's like, yeah, it's not my job to rehabilitate their brand image. And if it is, then certainly they should be paying me more. You know, or at least let me reference it. I think that'd be the better thing to be like, oh yeah, BetterHelp used to have some issues, but now they're better. I don't know that that's true. I don't know. Maybe they're not better. Maybe they just did a good job of their branding. I don't know for sure. But what I do know, anyway, that 39-minute rant video felt like a podcast. Yeah, I'm glad it did. I think the topic list really helped with it. I think sometimes you can get a little like lost and stuck. So having like regular segments, having something like that. I think I have been on the every now and then I'm like, I think it'd be good for my like life sense to have a podcast. I think the last person I did a podcast with like consistently, it was like we were both very disorganized. I think it'd be good if I had like a podcast co-host who was like good to bounce off, who was also like the organized one, specifically so I can be the disorganized one. You know, there's nothing better in life. Because you know what, you might say like, "Oh, Toycat, your life seems so chaotically." It's like I hate being organized. I have to do it to a certain degree for things that are important. You know, even when it became clear that actually I should just fob this off and go hang out with my family member, I was like, no, we'll delay this by this amount of time so I can get the seed done here and get this done there. It's like I hate doing that. I'd rather someone be like, look, you need to be here at this time. That's important, and if you aren't there, it's my stress, not yours. That sounds like a good deal to me. And I'm going to jump off the edge. Yeah, the wool works. Yeah, it's good to know the wool works, right? That is a glorious moment, to say the least. But yeah, I want to try Geography for the Blind. I only really like watching the silly map channel videos on 2Cat. I support a Toycast. Thank you, to Jova. Yeah, but I also kind of think, like, it definitely is that these streams have a lot of the vibe of a podcast in some ways. I guess we're also doing gameplay stuff. But what's interesting is when I do the most podcasty style streams, like, you know, the Let's Play Live stuff, I think a lot more people prefer this. It could be that you get more people are likely to click it, even if more people are likely to enjoy that. I don't know I can't give you the deep breakdown or anything, but way more people enjoy the challenge style videos. Be that, oh no, the wall can't work on you if you don't go near the wall. But yeah, far more people enjoy, or far more people are consuming this, which is a whole thing. Must be hard now that you're starring in the TED TV show on Peacock. That you hate following what people tell you. Oh yeah, exactly. But then it'd be their problem, not mine. And then I hate, if I'm being real, again, this is between me and you, Dasher. What I hate is, I hate people telling me to do anything, because I do feel some urge of like, I should do that. But it's like, but why should I? Why do I care what you have to say about this? Actually, I shouldn't, and I don't. But I have like a deep instinctive cat. Like, yeah, I think I'd be much happier if I was like, I don't actually care about rules, but I do. But you have to make sure people go away and stop telling you to do stuff. You got to be like, I just don't care. That's the only. I think I don't care. You know, like it's like being bullied, right? If you tell a bully, I don't like that, they'll bully you more. You tell a bully, when you do that, it makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside, and a little bit turned on. They go, okay, that's I will stop doing that. That's that. Now I feel weird about. No, the wall can't work if you bounce against it long enough. Apparently. So I've got a brand new slime chat, and I'm going to bring him over here just so I can theoretically get another slime while we do this. Again, right now, my biggest goal is to wait for a wandering trader so I can get his milk bucket, or to kill zombies enough that I can get a... I would love to kill enough zombies to get myself a potato, or indeed 3 potatoes and 10 iron nuggets. It's not realistically happening without my farm set up, or a mob grinder, I guess we should say. But it's something we can dream of anyway. It's something we can dream of anyway. So yeah, love getting my hands on more slime balls, because then I can use the slime balls to make a slime block. And I'll keep a third one with these one. Oh, look, another slime. No, he's going to work out. Okay, so the slime wall isn't impenetrable, but at least we only lost a single slime ball. It could be 0 slimes that he dropped, as opposed to losing like 3. Do a lot of people watch live streams after they end? A surprising number. It's gone down a little bit in the last year, or maybe the way YouTube counts them has gone down. I'm not sure which. But I think the majority of people watch these after the fact. Hey, if you're watching this after the fact, hello! Isn't the future nice? I make these videos partially for the live chat here, but who are those nerds? I'm in it for you, sir, dear viewer after the fact. I'm just kidding, chat. I don't know who that is. I don't know if I'm even talking to a person when I say that. I like to believe I am, but the only way I'd know is if they left a comment down below, letting me know that that really was true. IVX Toycat taught me what communism was. I've got some good news for you. 1, you shouldn't trust YouTubers when they say what communism is. Unlikely to be the most educated and validated source. But 2, I've got a video where I load up Stalin as a Minecraft seed. You might just enjoy it if you liked the communist Minecraft series. Let me tell you. So I'm going to kill this guy first, and I'm going to stack up, and I'm going to kill both the zombies while we wait for other mobs to spawn. I really want some potatoes, chat, and I'm willing to work for potatoes. That's what communism is, chat. Communism is when work equals potatoes. Okay, so let's now stand, like, over here, I guess, logically. Okay, can't do that. Can't do this. Can't do any of this, apparently. Can't... Oh, okay. So, yeah, that skeleton makes my... Oh, no, he picked up my block, chat. He picked up both of my blocks, it seems. Ah, you've made this substantially harder for me to come out in a good way. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. So I'm going to continue to kill the spiders because I still need some wool blocks. If I can get my hands on them anyway, you know? And also we're going to punch this guy while we can. Because that is a good idea, I think. And there are my slime blocks that I need from before. And did I get a bow? I did not, but I'm dead. That's great. Okay, so that's a skeleton. That's a zombie. I can do better than this. So I'm just going to stack myself up. Oh, there's 3 skeletons there now. Killing these mobs without getting those mobs over here is going to be tricky. I'm going to do my best, though. I'm just going to keep charging at them and accept the damage. Oh, okay. It is going to kill me, but it is going to be worth it. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine, chat. A few deaths. Totally okay in the grand scheme of things. Because once I've killed these guys, they will give me string. Look at that. Look at that string right there. That's what I like to see. And most crucially... Okay, I'm going to get 2 skeletons to fight each other. This is too much craziness. Or I'll get the skeleton and the zombie to fight again. No, I won't. I won't get anything to happen. Because no one wants to fight anymore. Where are you going to get the dirt for planting? I'm going to get the dirt from a wandering trader. He doesn't sell dirt exactly. If he sold grass, my life would be so much better. Sadly, he does not. So let's kill this skeleton. Oh, okay. It's tricky too. Okay, it's really tricky too. I've just got to accept a lot of deaths, by the way. That's the only way, like, killing skeletons without using a bunch of arrows. I think that's my, like, realistic path. I'm looking for a witch, chat. If I can get a witch, I can get myself, if I can get a witch, I can get sugar, potentially. It's rare, but it's possible. And if I can get sugar, I can get a fermented spider eye, and that will allow me to skip up the tree to where I want to be. Okay, so this is 3 skeletons, but not a lot else. And one of them is dead now. So that is a zombie with full gold armor. I need him to come here right now. That is a valuable guy. Probably not in the short term, but certainly in the long term. I need him alive. I need him good. And so my plan is simple. I'll get the skeletons to attack him. Because he is probably not going to love that. Oh, it looks like he's already seen it. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Attack this guy until he's dead. Just, oh yeah, nice chunky hits right here. There could be a creeper behind me I should keep an eye out for. But that was some nice chunky hits all in a row. Led to some very good stuff. And now I'm just going to finish him off and then stack up and kill these guys. No, yes. Okay, so stack up nice and far away from the darkness. Eat the rotten flesh. And finish these guys off. Again, just need to get some potatoes. Ouch. That was entirely on me. That was my bad. Arguably, it's the reason I shouldn't use slime blocks for this exact purpose. Arguably. But yeah, we need to get this creeper away from those fellas. Didn't do a very good job at that. And we also need to get this whole platform just maybe deboned. Or I guess really reboned. We want to do the opposite of deboning it for now. There are no skeletons around, which is my one true joy in life. Maybe I should go in and actually get myself the bow and arrow. Maybe that should be my little treat. Oh no, all the mobs are just going to fall off the edge if I let them. No! Okay, that's bad, that's bad. That's okay. I forgot that mobs do not understand that there is a void there. And so until I build walls all the way around this place, they're just going to be stupid. And so what do I do about mobs being stupid? There's not a lot I can do. I can't even stack up because the creeper is there. And I can't get the bow because if I try to get the bow, the creeper will walk off. All the mobs will walk off the edge. I'd recommend putting your winnings in the chest occasionally because you might be pushed into the void. It is likely that I'll be pushed into the void. Dare I even say it. We have to accept. Oh, no, no, not the torch. There's only 4 of those in the world, chat. No, not again. We can't keep having creeper explosions, chat. I did so well for a good bit not having these, and I need to get better at that again. So I'll let the creeper walk into that. I guess, honestly, in a way, there's an argument the holes are good. It seems to be doing me some good. But yeah, let's try this now. Wait for some mobs to spawn. Kill the zombie while we wait. And then put this torch over there. They're quite close together now, but it works. Does Bedrock have granularity to the settings like mob griefing? It might be worth looking into a mod just to reduce creeper explosions. Yeah, I think for some people that's how you'd want to approach this challenge. But to me, it's like, yeah, well, the creepers being so bad is why I'm going to avoid them. You know, it's like part of the challenge is that, like, yeah, that's a thing that happens and that sucks. Also, please come over to me. Do you think if we do this, it will help us with spiders? I don't think I've ever tried it. Like, because he can climb up, but he has to do it quite awkwardly. Okay, no, he can do it perfectly. Also, there is a baby zombie here already. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay. Okay, no, 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 no. Oh, that's why you got to deposit the winnings every now and then. So that baby zombie is just going to come and get me. But I'll let him walk off the edge. Which actually works in my benefit, doesn't it? Walk off the edge, zombie. Oh, and this guy has a sword. Definitely want to get my hands on that sword. So let's get fighting. I am the one who killed these zombies as far as the game is concerned. I am the one that they are fighting, and I am fighting them. So if they can drop a potato, that would be great. 1 potato, sir? None potatoes. I got some string and another zombie coming my way, I guess. But still not great. Vanilla knockback is so goofy. I love it. You say vanilla knockback. Is there a non-vanilla knockback? I guess you mean not having a knockback 2 or something. Also, look at his helmet. It's enchanted, right? Yeah. Enchanted zombie helmet. Curious what he has on that. There's a chance he drops it and I get to find out. It'd be silly if he dropped it because of all those non-armor drops we got. But he didn't. So we don't have to think anymore. I don't know if Mr. Toycat saw it, but he glitched out the baby zombie with that mind block. Really interesting. Yeah, I did notice that, actually. I think Bedrock just has a lot of slight AI flaws, though. I wonder how they even exist this badly. Like, it really is worth considering. If Bedrock came out as a game that wasn't a version of Minecraft Java, but was the game by itself, I wonder if it would be seen more or less critically. Would you just say, oh, that's how mobs work? That's kind of funny. I really don't know. I think about it a lot, though. Like, Minecraft Bedrock, the version of the game that I play and the majority... What's fascinating is I've started to see this, like, take over, like, Reddit and Twitter. And, like, if you see Minecraft mentioned elsewhere, it's now usually the default that unless you're an older player, like 30 plus, you probably are playing the Bedrock version of the game. And that has the interesting knock-on effect that, like, is this a version of the game that stands up on its own right? Or is it still the version that, like, oh yeah, because I watched Java videos when I was younger, because I watched... You know, I don't know the answer to that question, but I would like to know it. I don't know, but I would like to know, is I guess what I'm saying here. I think I'm going to put the slime blocks back, or even just put the slime blocks in the big wall. And then I'm going to start making wall blocks for my tower up. I think that's the way I want to do this, chat. I do have quite a few wall blocks, as it turns out. I should only need, like, 2. And then I'll put the rest of these just in piles of their own. Easy peasy. Oh, I didn't make the string into wool. And then we need to make bone blocks as well. I've got 5. That should make a bone block. Although I am now losing stone faster than I'm replacing it. Which is no fun to be able to say. Look at this, chat. It's terrible. I've got to rebone so much of my island here. Less critically, because people would be more convinced the game is the Microsoft version, and it would come out... Okay, that's messed up there. But I think to your point, I think that a lot of Bedrock concerns are relative to Java, and there's a lot of Java jank that is forgiven. Or is it the other way around, that you'd be like, no, this is some giant corporation, they shouldn't be having a game with errors in it, you know? Maybe that's the point you're trying to make. But it's an interesting one nonetheless. Oh no, giant slime! How did I miss that? I only saw him as he was going off the edge, chat. So my slime wall isn't perfectly effective, but it seems like most of the problem with the slime wall is just that it doesn't extend far enough. So there's evidence to extend the slime wall. The slime wall needs to be extended. Put the bows in your crafting to get more durability on it. No, the real Wrath Queen, you're missing the point of it. I'm using it for smelting durability. I need to be able to smelt things with it. That is why it exists. And that is why I have it. Hey, KD! Happy New Year! Happy New Year to you! Happy New Year to you! Happy New Year to you and the people that you also like. Happy New Year to you. No, thank you, KD. I appreciate it a lot. I'm glad that you've been... Oh, okay. I'm glad to call you a part of the Cool Cat Club. Okay, let's kill the baby slime. And then just immediately run back out. I will put the slimes away. Or actually, no, let's make another one of these, chat. And let's make it slightly less likely that the next big slime we get walks off the edge. So we still need to have far more of those. But I like that we are getting this, like, this big protective barrier around our world. Smelt things with what? You can smelt things using the bow. If I combine 2 bows together, I have a bow with double as much durability, plus the 5% bonus. But that smelts half as many items as 2 half-used bows. You know, effectively, I'd rather have 128 bows, all with 1 durability, than 1 bow with all that durability. Because using the bows as a bow is secondary to their main function, which is smelting. Can't you keep a 1 block gap between the slime blocks and the wall to make it twice as long? Yeah, but then I have to do funkier stuff to go out there and place it. But you are right that I could do that. Kind of N64 Bowser's style. Maybe... yeah, it would be really... I think on this side I could do it because it's right at the edge. But if it falls back the other way, I'd feel a lot of pain. But I could use string or something in between. Yeah, if I use string in between. That's a good idea. I'll save some string tomorrow night, and I'll use them for the next few gaps. Yeah, everyone knows bows are strictly used for fuel. Yeah, exactly. Of course. The best tomato sauce is homemade tomato sauce. There's a lot of things that are just better homemade. And I think I kind of like... I start this from the opposite opinion that, like, a lot of people believe homemade is better. It's like, no, you just don't know the right places to... You know, like, if homemade was better, then you could go to someone else's home and then pay them to eat there. And then also pay them to, like, clean up the dishes. And that would be better than at home. But there are some things that don't work that way. And why is that? Though, you know, you could pay someone at this... someone could, like, make it at their home, then sell it to a bunch of people at the store. I think there's a couple of... I think this is, like, one of the problems I put a lot of my thought into is, like, as someone who, like... I cook out of necessity. There are things that I would like to have, and... Oh, there's my slime. He's not falling off the edge today. Oh, no, he is! He is so aggressively falling off the edge. Oh, my God. I've never seen anyone want to die that bad. That is impressive. Toycat's discussion about the Halo effect really got me thinking. I picture Java as Mojang, small indie love, and Bedrock as Microsoft with microtransactions. Yeah, little do you know, it's the same company. Although, if you think about it that way, I think it's actually quite a tragic thing. Like, again, if we accept the narrative as being true, which I think is always worth doing, because whether you know it or not, a lot of people do accept narratives as being true. Like, you don't, like, I don't know, like, your friend breaks up with his girlfriend and says, oh yeah, she was lying, cheating whore. And you'll just assume that he's telling the truth. Because why wouldn't you, you know? But, like, actually, you should be thinking to yourself, well, there's a chance that actually he is just as much to blame in this and that he's made up these allegations or, you know, like, you know, like, but you trust him because he's your friend or whatever. But there's a similar way that, like, oh yeah, if you hear something by enough people in your life, you just accept it as like, well, you know, rather than having to accept that everyone in my world is lying, I'll just accept this thing here to be true. And you know, like, and as a result of that, there are all sorts of things that just do not hold up to any scrutiny that are accepted without scrutiny. Also, that guy is going to jump off the edge, it looks like. But no, not today. Yeah, I use a small amount of tomato paste to thicken it. Oh, yeah, that's good. Fun fact, I'm working on a Minecraft model of one from Super Mario 64. Yeah, like, this is like the basis of scientific thought, that we want to believe a lot of things to be true so bad that we just accept them to be true, or we start looking for reasons why they're true. But really, good fact-finding starts with go out looking for facts first, and then work out everything else based on what you find when you're looking for those facts. By the way, this is going quite well so far, if I can say so myself. I'm a bit disappointed in the lack of Wandering Traders. But yeah, so I think it's really important to accept certain truths as if they are true for the sake of, like, making further thought. I don't think you should say that it is true. It's, I don't know, what is it, like axiomatic truths. There are some things that are not true, but if we all believe they're true, then, like, you know, what harm is done? And so we'll just say for a second, because everyone believes it, and because Microsoft doesn't put enough effort into correcting it, then Microsoft Mojang Minecraft is cute indie game Minecraft on the Java edition, and Bedrock Minecraft is the string around their neck that makes all their money so that Microsoft can pay their shareholders back. Within that narrative, right? Then, you know, within that narrative, it's like, so if that is true and that is the case, why is it that Mojang puts so much work into promoting the Bedrock version of the game? They all play the Java edition as a studio, with very few exceptions. Like, I think Corner Hard is the only one who publicly plays Bedrock. But, like, why do they put so much work into promoting it? If they are an independent studio, an independent game, then they could... Why would they put, like, vibrant visuals out for Bedrock first, for example? It's like... Or you know, like, even, like, why do they put so much work into making sure Bedrock is the same as Java? Rather than... Oh, my God. Like, if I was Microsoft, I'd be like, oh, yeah, Java and Bedrock should follow different tracks. We should let Java developers do whatever it is they want, and then we'll copy what they do and then do more. Do you know the number of people who'd be playing Bedrock Minecraft if it got updates? You know, like if, I don't know, just like the console edition got mini games. If Bedrock started getting a feature like vibrant visuals every single year and then some, people would love it more. And Microsoft could set that up. If Microsoft are just like trying, the big business trying to make this work, why don't they? Because Microsoft did hire a bunch of people to work in Redmond, and then they started working on cool, unique features like the unique biome watercolors and stuff like that. And then later they fired them. Like I still follow a bunch of the developers. I've spoken to a surprising number of these developers, and it's like, yeah, these people could still be doing what it is they do. But they're not. Okay, so let's put the slimes away now. And then I'm going to use these blocks to stack up on anything that isn't a creeper. I think for the creeper, the best move is drop these on the ground, then jump off the edge. Definitely don't have any armor on. I should have checked before I was falling, but there we go. I don't know how everything just despawned, and I don't know why the zombies are so stupid, but they are. So here are 2 skeletons. Let's get the skeleton. Oh, come on, zombies. You can be better than this. The second skeleton hits the first skeleton. And as long as I keep them close enough together... There you go. Right in each other's faces. As long as he doesn't... No. No. Okay, well, that's why you don't do that, I guess. I mean, a copper helmet isn't that valuable. It would just be a nice little break from what we've been seeing so far, you know? It would be nice. And that could have been nice. That's not how science works quite a lot of the time. Yeah, well, okay, well, then that is actually like where most bad science comes from, is because you have a sponsor that pays for your research, and they specifically are looking for outcomes that promote their product, and they'll be fair and say, oh yeah, we'll pay you for whatever you do, but obviously we'd be more excited to work again with people who found research that does prove that Red Bull is actually good for you. So if you could find stuff that did that, that would be nice. But we're not going to interfere in the scientific process. That would be silly if we were asking you to prove that Red Bull was good for you. But again, just test if Red Bull is good for you. And if you find out that it is, then we'll get you to do more studies. And if you don't find out it is, then we'll do what we do. This is how video games work now. If you want to know how like video game PR is for creators, the reason why like if you like, this is just accepted. I think Bethesda normalized this, and now it is just the standard. But like, if you want early, you know, if you want a video game studio to like recognize you and deal with you, it's like the expectation is you give positive content. And if you don't, then they'll say, well, we'll exercise our right not to bring you back here in the future. Like, video game journalism should be impartial and independent and all these other things. But also, I need this skeleton jockey. By the way, it's ridiculous that we found 2 skeleton jockeys. Can we quickly acknowledge that for a second? I'm gonna have to let him kill me so that I can let him fight a skeleton. I think he wins against the skeleton every time. Oh, sorry, I think the skeletons win against him every time. Oh, how did that just happen? Come on. Oh, you add mobility to any mob, and that mob will become a nightmare. There we go. There we go. This is what we're talking about. So the spider's still attacking me. Okay, but the zombie... Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's get the creeper over the edge. No! That skeleton... Okay. No! Okay, it's fine. I don't know how it's fine, but it is. Also, the zombie did manage to kill the skeleton. Also, another skeleton... Okay, no, that's... I don't know what's happened, but maybe they're separate mobs now. Now let's let the skeleton fight the zombie. Maybe. Maybe not. I've got lots of spiders, which is great news, because tomorrow me wants lots of spiders. But today me is just confused. Honestly, I think we should just die. I think that's my secret weapon. We die, and in the morning I kill the spiders. Easy peasy. Oh, Okay, so that's... Oh, God. This is a bunch of zombies, including one which is armored up. So we're just not going to care about him. We're going to kill the other ones instead, making sure to deal the final blow, or at least a blow within the last 5 seconds, so that if he dies, he can drop an iron ingot or a potato. Chat, a potato is what we need right now, and a potato is not what we're getting. I don't know how we're getting no special drops. No carrots, no iron, no potatoes. Something must have gone, like, actively wrong, right? I can't prove it yet. I can just say it feels like it. It's like the mob pathfinding. Something's wonky, but I don't know what. So, Cat, why are the sky glues out of order? Are the sky glues out of order? It's funny if you're the first person to notice that, but I don't know that they are. So now we kill the spiders one by one. And we're going to use the string to space out our slime blocks more, to make our slime block fence better, so that we can get more slime blocks in the future. The bone looks like it totally should do more damage than a fist. I think about this a lot. I think about how crazy it is that it doesn't do more damage than a fist. Quite frequently, actually. It is very wacky and very silly. And something we should put some serious thought into fixing. What are you going to do with the iron first? Well, I need a lot of iron. I need 10 iron. But once I get 10 iron, my life gets easy. So if I got 10 lucky zombies in a row, I could grow some water, could make some drown, then I could get some armor. So much easier. Yeah, if I'm being real, I think getting armor really makes sense with drowns. Because then as soon as we get a zombie of armor, we can drown him, do some stuff. Also, let's put one of these string blocks over here. It's going to look slightly uglier if we put the string blocks there now. But we're still going to do it, because that's the way I believe. Okay, so place a slime block. So I'm placing another slime block here. We're at 4 now, so it's still worth doing. Then another string. And then one more slime block here. No, another one after that. And then that should be the worst of it gone. The sky glues are in fact out of order. It randomly shifts from 432 members to 430. Then it's back in time to when you had the sky glue big glue build. It was very disorientating. So you can't use members to work out when time... Again, a lot of people don't realize this, but I decided to take the weird step of being honest with my member count. And so it means it does go down over time as well as up. Or maybe I'm just the only person who ever loses subscribers. Or members, or whatever they're called. But yeah, that doesn't mean that it's gone down necessarily. It's funny how hitting a mob with a feather does as much damage as with a netherite ingot. Yeah, the Great Owl Master. You make a very compelling point. You make a shockingly compelling point, actually. So we're gonna now break this stack down, and then tomorrow night we can pick it up again. Also, I'm gonna eat some rotten flesh right now, just because I put this leather armor on, and so I want to get full value out of it. Actually, no. I'll let myself die, and then I'll deal with this when I'm alive again. Okay, let's go. So, I haven't found a wandering trader in a few days. I would feel a lot better if I did find one. So, yeah, I've been having a real deep thought about this one, chat. And it's interesting that this world kind of proves the point I was just making with, oh, no. Okay, he's coming back this way. I think this world proves the same point that I was just making to KMB about the podcast. You know, I was making it to everyone here, chat. I say I was talking to KMB, but you're all listening, you're all watching. Also, thank you, Scoopski, for remembering. You are my favorite anime girl thumbnail drawing subscriber by a wide margin. I found something I wanted to share with you actually, but I realized I didn't have you on. Like I was on my phone. There's something you should see, Scoopski. If you like seeing Minecraft, but it's anime girls. Someone made all of the wood types into anime ladies, and I wanted to share it with you because I thought we had each other on Discord, and I was like, oh, I don't, and then I was like, oh, you must have added Chantal on Discord, and I tried to, and I want you to know that I put that much effort into trying to give it to you. But now that you're here, I can tell you, you should go and check that out. And I'm glad you have a purple cat next to your name. My favorite Neverite member. Which is to say that you are sometimes correct, but you are never right. Toycat makes a point, and then a commenter says the same thing, and he replies to them. It's a good way to keep me on track, right? Because there's like a 10-second delay, plus how long it takes people to write stuff. So if I go too far down a rabbit hole, like I went with, you should take things as if they're real, and someone will be like, well, Bedrock is Mojang's Minecraft. And I'll be like, oh yeah, you're right. But yeah, no, Minecraft Pocket Edition was made by Mojang long before they ever wanted to be a corporate studio. I would argue it was best just after the Microsoft acquisition. And they've really been confused about what they want to do with it since 1.16. I think Mojang has no idea what the cost of parity is. Or if they do know what the cost of parity is, then they don't understand it. Yeah, I think it's quite confusing. Where can I find the wood type anime girls? I bet if you Google... This is the worst thing. Twitter has the worst search function. It's really hard to find stuff there. Maybe on purpose. I don't know. I'm not a conspiracy head on this sort of thing. But it does seem a little bit like it must be on purpose. Yeah, I wish they'd add a new bat that spawns in the deep dark instead of changing all bats. Oh, that's a fun idea. Are you saying the bats and pots drop is where everything went wrong in your opinion? But yeah, to the earlier point, I feel like this world proves the point that we were making, which is like there are some decisions that only really matter after you've made other decisions. And so it's really important to work out which decision needs to be made first. And then everything else comes after it. Like one of the silliest examples I've been mentioning is like, oh yeah, this I've recently hired another person to work on thumbnails chat. It's one of the hardest things to find someone who like is good, motivated, who like you know, like they weren't perfect at their craft, and maybe they won't be for a while. But like finding someone who like wants to be better is like one of the most important things, I think. Maybe that's how I see like life in general. Now, if I really think about my whole broad life, one of my like broad philosophies is a lot of people think what you're looking for is perfection, but really you should be looking for like someone who recognizes that perfection is rare, but wants to move in the direction of perfection. Ooh, direction of perfection. That's something. Also, Chantal has found the anime girl wood types if you'd like to see it. Hey Toycat, what do you think about providing a world download for your Skyglue world, says Deluta? So, I think my brain works on extremely... I don't understand this. I after Skyglue stopped 3 months ago, I was like, surely I'll just want to return to it at some point. And after 3 months, I was like, not really. Still a little bummed out about that one thing. And I was like, okay then, I'll release like a full thing of everything that's gone on so far. And that can be the final record for everyone. But just before I do, I'll make sure, do I want to play Skyglue anymore? No, no more Skyglue. I think I'm good. I think I'm done. And then I was like, I should put together a world download. And I was like, yeah, I should. But then like literally just after I started this, like between, if you want to know, in the shower yesterday, I was like, I could play some more Skyglue. I haven't been to the Nether. That seems like a silly place to end it. And it's like, oh man, now is not the time to be deciding this. I googled what I was looking for and now have regrets. That I can see how that can be. I can see how that was a mistake. Perfection is idealistic. Ooh yeah, that's a good way to describe it. Perfection is idealistic, but we can always be improving ourselves. If perfection, maybe here's a like borderline religious way to put it. Perfection isn't a state. Perfection isn't a destination. It's a direction of travel. But yeah, I also have this little bit of like a soft spot in me chat. When I was I used to write for a living. I've mentioned this before, but I used to, when I was like, one of the few skills that I had is I liked writing, and I was competing mostly with non-native English speakers. So I felt like I had like, you know, like as someone who was like somewhat intelligent and knew the media I was talking about. It was mostly games because I wrote about what I knew. I always, I wrote a lot, and there was this really good job that came up. It was for specifically an MMO place, and they're like, we will pay really good money. Like, just, I think it was a horrifically tiny amount per word. But it was like, I think I was usually getting paid 1 cent per word, sometimes 2 cents per word. This place was like, we'll pay 2.5 cents a word. And I was like, oh yeah. Think about how quickly that'll stack up. 500-word article, that's like $12.50. I would be rich in no time if I just got this job, chat. Like, it was a job doing what I wanted to do and paying better than anyone else out there. And yeah, the truth was, if I'm being real, I didn't know enough about the MMO they asked me to write a test article about. So like, yeah, gonna be honest with you, this isn't it. And my response was like, oh, but I really want this. So like, tell me what it is that I did wrong at least. Tell me how I could better do this the next time something like this comes up. And the boss was like, go on. I'll hire you for, like a few articles. I'll give you an opportunity to impress me again. And ever since that happened, I've always wanted to, like, I've always realized that, like, yeah, I think paying that forward in the sense of you want to find someone who is looking to improve, even if their skills aren't perfect, more than you want to find someone who's perfect but believes that, like, yeah, I don't need to work on improving anything. Because there is a lot to learn about working with people. I still don't know how to work with people, and I've been doing it for like 6 or 7 years here on YouTube. On this end of things, it's even harder. Like, I am responsible if my editor doesn't finish a video in time, and I have to work out, like, I'm sorry, guys, I should have put together a second video today in case the first video wasn't done, and like it's on me. I'm fully aware of that, but it's still hard to like accept and like actually own and truly place that. Also, look how many slime balls we just got. Isn't life good? So I'm going to jump on here, and then jump on here, and then hope I don't get sworded to death, because I would love a sword, chat. I would love a potato much more. I would love free potatoes. If free zombies drop free potatoes, chat, I don't know. I'll do a hit of meth on stream. That would work better if I knew someone who could get me that. You know what? What's a crazier thing? I'll shave one of my eyebrows off. I'll commit a crime of severe. Okay, that wandering trader cannot be allowed to escape. By the way, he is my priority. A potato here means nothing if he is not alive to experience them. Chat, what is he doing over there alone? What is he doing over there? Oh, I got an iron sword! Okay, this is a waste, but I just want to enjoy it, chat. Oh, yeah. Isn't that good? Isn't that great? I'm going to do it on the creeper too. Oh, isn't that good? And then what do you buy? Chat, if I can just get a fermented spiderite, I get 3 emeralds. 3 emeralds from this guy. Can you believe it? So I'm going to wait until a zombie spawns. No, I'm gonna punch him like. Yeah, let's just do this in the morning. I think there's no reason to wait up too long for this. He is the priority by such a long shot here. I could wait for a mob to spawn. There's a single spider. That's enough for me. Drink the absinthe. Shave your eyebrow. Didn't get free potatoes. Don't need to do a hit of meth and then shave my eyebrow. Man, I don't know. This is like the dumb thing. But if you are like an adult, it's worth considering. If you were in an emergency, right? Where I don't know what emergency to be solved by getting class A's. But like if you were in that emergency, do you think you could? Because if you couldn't, it's worth thinking like, is this a flaw on me? Or is this really like a thing you're happy with? But you do have to work out like which of those it is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now we let the llamas spit at him. Then we go for 16. And then I get on the other side of him. Come on, fellas. You can do better than this. I know you can. Oh, come on. Fellas. 16? How are they so good? Okay, that's 17, right? 18. Go! Did we get a bucket? No, we didn't. Chat. It's worth a try. We had a great one, but we didn't get it. I did use one of my valuable stone sword hits on this. I will concede. But sadly, we did not get lucky. But that's totally fine. Sometimes that happens, I guess. Okay, so that spider cannot be allowed to go off the edge there. So I'm going to specifically punch him once. Get him following me over here. Would you consider dyeing your hair? I think I really wouldn't like dyeing my hair. So that would be a good... I would hate, like, having to explain to everyone I meet in person, like, oh yeah, this is one of those weird online things. You know how it is. You know, you become a... you know, I think I would enjoy how much I hated it in that way. I think it'd be a good punishment as a result of that. Also, do both of these have string on the side of them? This one doesn't, so we'll put that there. Then we'll put all of this away. And shall I eat the rotten flesh? I think I shouldn't. I think I should jump off again. No, let's eat the rotten flesh. No, let's not. There's far too little here. Put this on the ground. Lose my 5 levels. And let's go. Oh, is that not iron? You saw iron? Oh, you mean the sword. Yeah, the sword is iron. I could theoretically, and really key word here is theoretically, I could smelt down my iron sword. Oh, slime. I could smelt down... No, see me. I could smelt down my iron sword, and then I would get 1 iron nugget. So if I find 8 more iron tools, that becomes a full iron ingot. I think that's worth doing, but only once the sword gets to its last durability. And I think it has a good few to go before it's at that point. Go bleach blonde like me, Toy Cat. You know, I'll go bleach blonde like you. Diluted Dante, you seem like a smart man. I'll follow in your footsteps. Let's do it. Let's do it. Dye 1 eyebrow and shave the other one. There we go. That's a good compromise. I don't know that it's any form of actual compromise, but it sounds like a compromise. And that's a type of compromise. You know, getting to the point where you sound like you are going through a compromise is still doing something. Okay, so slime goes there, and then another slime goes over here. And that should basically be my big slime fence. Oh, we've got another slime. We could have made another one of these, but it's fine. Okay, chat. I'm strong, I'm good, and I'm ready to wait for slimes to spawn. I'm too tempted to hit them with this, though. Yeah, chat, what do you think? Do you think that this iron sword is worth smelting? I think it, like, oh, okay. Like, the answer should be yes. But also, what are the odds that I get 9 separate iron items? Actually, with armor, not impossible. Before I get my 1 in 120 chances. It shouldn't be possible, but somehow I've gone an iron sword before I got a single iron ingot. Or even a potato, if I can say it again. So maybe this is the move. If you were to dye the top of your hair green, you'd look like a grass block. Are you calling me Asian? Because that'd be correct. Someone said on Twitter today when I said I was Asian, like, are you being ironic? It's like, I don't know what being ironic means in that context. Are you saying that I'm specifically not? Also, it's worth smelting. But it's such a cool sword. I can hit things and do 10.5 damage. Isn't that the dream? Smelt only when near breaking point, especially if you don't have anything else to smelt right now. Yeah, I definitely need to... I need to re-sort my chest and my bundles. Because I need to have a lot of stuff ready to smelt. For sure. How do you plan on getting dirt? I need to buy dirt. You know, I'm playing in an I'm playing in a capitalist paradise right now. Everything must be bought. Or stolen from other people. But usually bought. It's a nightmare. Stone axe is cheaper and more powerful weapon than an iron sword. That is not true. Let me prove it. It's annoying that you can't even see the axe in here at all. Because then I could show you its attack value. But I'm gonna do this just for you. You know, I like proving people wrong enough to be inefficient here. Here is the damage of a stone axe, 4. Here's the damage of an iron sword, 6. 4 is less than 6. Should 4 be more than 6? Well, I think that the Bedrock version should get the combat update. But, you know, again, Microsoft love parity, hate the idea of parity reaching the most important single part of the game that affects players to this day. Because as it turns out, actually, Mojang runs both versions and has weird decisions about what they do on each. There isn't really a downside. Oh, I forgot to respond to Harrison on something. Okay, just gotta let them know I'm streaming. Okay, in Java, the axe does more damage, but not on Bedrock. Yeah, on Java, though, it's still not a better weapon. It just does more damage, right? That is a really crucial distinction to make, I think. Also, what do you think will be a part of 26.2? What is... I think 26.2 is... It's fun that on Java, you can actually say what the summer drop is going to be called, huh? Whereas on Bedrock, we're talking about 26.30, I guess? Which really feels like counting your chickens before they hatched when we're on 20... Oh, slime time. Come towards me, friend. It's a really silly micro-optimization, but if I kill the slimes over here, more slimes can spawn when I kill the slimes. And I might as well be that little degree of efficient, right? I mean, it'd be also efficient to make a second slime chunk, but that's going to take a lot of slime blocks. Probably more than we get for a very long time. For now, I'm just happy to be included. Speaking of annoyances, why do... Oh, look at that. Giant slime being kept in by the wall. Chat, this move has saved me so much slime. And it's a good example of something you wouldn't think about until you're doing it. I can confidently say bugs will be a part of it. Ooh, is your cousin work at Mojang or something, Awesome Dragon? That's a very confident prediction. Bet you're going to be right too. Mojang, we want parity. Bedrock has a better feature. Mojang, not like that. Deletes. See, we need guys like you making memes about this, getting them shared far and wide. Because if we're being honest, like the frontline, the people who actually do the development do see a lot of social media content. They do see a lot of memes and stuff like that. If they saw a meme like that, they'd be like, yeah, that doesn't make a lot of sense. Someone should look into this. And they'd be like, wait, that's me. I'm the someone. I'm looking into this. Yeah, this is a bad idea. That's 24 now. Yeah, I'm now raking in the slimes. Once I've got this wall done, chat, should I keep going all the way to my house here and to that corner there? Or should we move on to making the second layer? Or is there something more valuable? This is the classic case of like, I thought a second layer would make sense, but this has been so much better for what I'm actually trying to do that this was way better to do first. I made a third channel video all about this concept, but I call it sequencing. So many things in life make more sense to do than other things, and after other... Like, this is a silly one, chat, but I want to go to Antarctica. And the realistic way you go to Antarctica, if you don't have private jet money, I think you'd need even more than private jet money, because Antarctica is not going to be like a... You'd need like a special pilot for that, and I don't run Richard Aviation yet. So, in the meantime, the best way to go to Antarctica is like... It's a long cruise, basically. The ship leaves southern Antarctica, gets you to Antarctica, southern Argentina, then gets you to Antarctica. I mean, arguably, southern Argentina is Antarctica. Different point, different time. But, yeah, it's like, I could do that at any point in my life. Whereas, like, you know, I'm now at the point where when I go traveling, wake up, you know, like, if I land in a brand new country at 9 a.m., and I just need, and I'm staying, you know, like, I'm going to need to go in and have a nap at 3 p.m., you know? I'm not going to survive a whole day. And so that's energy I used to have that I don't have anymore. Eventually my energy will go off a cliff, and that'll be the perfect time to go to Antarctica. Admittedly, I might die, and that'd be bad sequencing. But assuming I live a healthy life of standard age, the best time to do this thing is later, and the best time to go to Senegal or Uzbekistan is now. Going to Uzbekistan as a 70-year-old is probably stressful and tricky. Anyway, sail from Chile. Yeah, exactly. That's what you do. You sail from Chile. I'm pretty sure it's actually Argentina, though. I don't know. I don't know who I'm meant to support in the Argentina-Chile thing. But, there are 4 channels out there. Don't tell people about the secret 5th channel. So... They should remove the debug stick from Java for parity. Yeah, I think that is the sign that certain Mojang staff have a preference. Ooh! Chat, let's get ourselves the second sword, shall we? So that zombie won't come over here, which is a problem because I need him to. So I'm going to try and get them on this side of this thing so I can... Okay. I'm going to be very careful right now. be very, very careful. Ouch. That is a bug. That should not happen. But complaining about it does not make it not happen. Okay. I've got the zombie coming towards me. Okay. Okay, I need this skeleton to attack someone who is not me. And I need to put this away, but there's a creeper. Okay, creeper can run towards this hole. Yes, he's gone. Okay, and then I'll get the skeleton to attack the zombie. Skeleton, please attack zombie. There's a lot of zombies right now, which will be really great as soon as he attacks one of these fellas. How did he get me perfect? Okay, thank God my stuff didn't drop off the edge, but like, he just dead on got me there. Just like laser beamed right onto me. Okay, so that skeleton has now picked 2 enemies. That's going to be his doom, I think. So now I can presumably finish him off. I think I might have to attack this spider. Okay, easy peasy. And then I'm going to get on the top of that, and I'm going to try and kill all of these zombies. It is a bit of a pain to do it this way, and I might get attacked. Oh yeah, if they push into each other, that's how they get me. But I'll get them one by one, from a distance. Easy peasy. As long as I don't knock them up into me, I should be good here. So let's do this. One zombie. Oh, potato! Potato! 2 more potatoes, chat, and I get an emerald. And then emeralds means I can get wood, which is useful, or part of the down payment on some dirt, which means infinite wood. Chat, potato time! Yes! It's a stupid thing to be happy about, but we've proved that we can get potatoes. I've just been unlucky. And that, to me, is worth proving. We're getting a lot of spiders right now, which is handy. I do need a lot of spiders. Okay, so there's no potatoes in that pile, but that's okay. So I think we should finish them off in the morning. Yeah, I think we take the win. I think we take the win. We say 3 spiders in the morning. That's something worth doing. That skeleton, though, is going to be a bit of a pain. So I'll wait till the skeleton's in a more dealable position, because otherwise I can't go to my bed without him coming and murdering me. I guess I could walk him around the world, but still, it's fine. Skyblock, but it's hell. Yeah, Tater! Chat, I'm glad Team Tater's here. You know, sometimes we say we're Welsh, but we're all Irish today, based on how much we're cheering for the potatoes. I've got to say, okay, this is going to go poorly for me. Oh, okay. Let me have my potatoes, though. Okay, so we have to get the skeleton on us. We'll have the skeleton attack one of these guys, actually. And then we'll run over here. Okay, and I'm just going to go to sleep, chat. Yes, perfect timing. Oh no, in the morning they'll fall off the edge. Because there's really stupid, mobs are really stupid, chat. I don't understand how. No, my cold armor guy. I cannot deal with Minecraft's mob AI sometimes. I really cannot stress enough how stupid it is. But really just took the cake on what it did there. Gotta say. There is my potato. Gotta make sure I still have that. My god, that sucks. So bad. So bad. But look at that. 2 potatoes now, chat. That is halfway towards getting ourselves an emerald if we can just cook them. And I have the bows to cook them. It's expensive. Oh, no, 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 no! Okay, we are losing mobs to our poor decisions now. That is bad. I need to prevent that. What do? 1 emerald is enough for infinite wood. I need to get moss right for that to work. But then that still means... It'd be a really... Oh, okay. Look at that. Slime spawned. Yeah, if I get a lucky trade, it'd be good, I think. Yeah, I think 1 emerald would get me the moss. So not even the down payment. You're right. Yeah, but one emerald and then some luck, and we'd be in real luck. So chat, 2 potatoes or 1 milk bucket, and we're there. The slime blocks are nice. The iron ingots are nice, and that's progress I need to make. And if I happen to make it first, that'd be nice. But the real progress is going to come when wood becomes renewable. Then I can start expanding this into more slime chunks or making, you know, like mob grinders and stuff like that. The world becomes mine. once that is unlocked. Let me tell you. But for now, we'll just enjoy ourselves. Won't think about things too much. Or Podsol. Podsol's more expensive, right? Am I right? Am I wrong? I'm definitely one of those two things. So, I'm going to start putting more stuff together if I can. So leads are going to go in here. The brown mushroom just... Chat, I know I should leave it outside. I put the tick speed on 100, placed 10 brown mushrooms down, and no mushrooms grew. On a test version of this world I did. I don't know what the bug is there. Are we too low? Does it not get dark enough at night? What is the problem? I do not know. I can just tell you there is a problem. And that is very sad. Or slab holes. Yeah, it might be worth slabbing the holes. For now. Yeah. I guess I just kind of assume that I'm getting the bone blocks, but I'm not putting enough work into getting those bone blocks to be able to assume that. We could use wool blocks as well. I think I'd rather use bone, though. Like, a nice solid floor that doesn't blow up too easy is a real benefit. So, did we get any string? We did not, actually. Killed a lot of spiders not to get any string. So let's take the 32 plus this and make ourselves 4 slime blocks. But still can't do anything with them till we get the string. Just because it makes this thing go on for a little bit longer. And that's good. In the meantime, I could place them in the air or something, but it's fine. Is rooted dirt cheaper? I'm going to go for whatever is cheapest. Whatever costs 1, you get free podzol, though. Yeah, moss is best when compared with a composter. It makes infinite moss. Does it? I don't know that that's true. I think mushrooms can't be planted directly below the sky. They definitely can at night. But they don't grow at night anyway. Oh, I placed slime blocks above them for my tests, so it could be that there's a... That's the problem, is I've got to place them, like, below a wool block or something. I'll try that. I'll place them in the corner below a block of wool. Let's get that ready to do now, since I'm waiting for slimes to spawn anyway. I'll place my wool blocks in a corner over here. And then I'll... Oh, okay, there we go, we're good. I'll place my... Oh, look, the shadow's changing because of vibrant visuals. I'll try that in the morning. There's no bug, you place 10 mushrooms. A mushroom can spread only if there's 5 mushrooms around it. Oh... Double bug. Okay. I mean, double stupid. So can I place the mushroom down in this shadow? It looks like I should be able to. But yet, I cannot. So for now, place these on the ground. Let's go die. Oh, I've got armored. Place down too. I will also kill him, and then I'll jump off the edge behind him. Hello, Mr. Slime. Great to see you. Nothing to get. That's fine. Oh man, the world looks so cool from underneath. That's a good view of it to have. I'm a fan of that view, chat. I'm a fan of the underneath view of this world. It's a shame we don't get to appreciate it more. But there is a whole world down there. It's just not one we can place blocks in. Yeah, Windows Bedrock and normal Bedrock, because mine's updated, is now 26.1. Fun way you ask that. I think I might not have updated to 26.1, actually. I should check. Should we quickly check? Chat, what version of Minecraft Bedrock do I have? I don't usually get militant about... I have 26.1 too, you're good. But the fun thing here... Okay. To answer your question, is that 26.1 was a bug fix, even though that's the name of the Java update. They could have called it 26.01, but the internal version doesn't allow that. They should have still called it 26.01, like, externally, but I don't know why they couldn't. Clearly, there's a difference between the external version name and the internal one. But, yeah, it's that weird thing of, like, if the parity affects people who play the Bedrock version of the game, they, like, roll their eyes and say, will you guys shut up already? Which is fun. Actually, no, it's the opposite of fun, isn't it? So that slime just jumped off the edge while I was busy with this guy. I regret that immensely, but it's okay. Oof. So yeah, it's worth trying to grow my brown mushroom into another one, just in case I do get sugar. so I can be willing to trade it while still being able to make more fermented spider eyes. It's unlikely I do get more fermented spider eyes, but I'd hate to give up my 1 brown mushroom forever for no good reason. Has anyone been paying attention to his death count? We are deep in the dozens at this point. It would have forced you into updating as far as I know. Yeah, it used to... I had the Bedrock launcher for a while, so I'm still not used to, like, the Force updates. But I don't remember doing the... Oh, I do remember. I did the Force update, and it asked me to verify my age. I still think that's something interesting where it's like... We should make a video on that process, right? Chat, there are some things I can't do anymore. I can't access my realm. I can't see how many days a week I've been playing in my Let's Play because I didn't verify my age in Microsoft. It's like such a silly thing. But yeah, I should make a video about that. I think that's interesting to a lot of people. Like, even just on a friction level, a lot of people feel like they don't want to. Right? Like, no one wants to be told you have to do this, and the benefit is you get to do things exactly how it was before. I think so much of life works better if you're, like, real with people about, like, okay, so we got 2 mini slimes over here. Look at this, chat. This is going to be the most slimes we've had in a while. 5 slimes all at the same time. We should start a burger restaurant together. Maybe sell some fries on the side. Okay, so how many slime balls am I about to get? I don't know, but I'm feeling pretty rich already. Speaking of feeling rich...
Howdy, Toy Cat. I'm loving this challenge. It was lucky to get a slime chunk your platform, but you succeed because you got the skills to pay the bills. Here is your allowance.
Thank you! You know, I was about to go and look at the name, because I'm still disorganized and can't see it right now, but I could tell it's Pookie right there. Thank you, Pookie. I'm glad you're loving the challenge. It seems a lot of people are, and I love that that can be true. That, like, I can just have this stupid idea and be like, I think I should do it anyway. And then a lot of people are like, yeah, I'll watch that, Toy Cat. I find that fun, to say the least. So we're going to stack up, like, 4 blocks and then place it on the 5th. That should be more than enough space to have this happen. And we'll just leave that block up there because it looks... interesting. I think what we use the next slime blocks for after we make our wall is interesting, but I definitely think we want to have that ready for future me. I'm glad you're liking the thing. As far as the slime chunk, weirdly enough, it's not luck. Bedrock has the same slime chunks on every single seed. It's a very weird quirk of Bedrock. There's a lot of weird quirks of Bedrock, though. But Bedrock has the same slime chunks on every seed. So if you play this super flat, no matter what seed you use, this is always a super flat, a slime chunk. Wait, is it always this one? I checked on a map and it shouldn't have been that one, but it is that one anyway. Yeah, actually, is that a... I don't know why it's that chunk, but there are slimes spawning in that chunk, okay? And that works out nicely for me. Is it dark enough to place one of these yet? It is not dark enough to place one of these yet. So I'll continue to hope for some slimes to spawn. And if a slime spawns, that would be good. Oh, it is good. Get me some slimes, get me some slime blocks. So what are we making right now, says Classy? Great, glad you asked. I'm making lots of slime blocks to make this wall around my world, mostly to stop other slimes from falling off so I can get more slimes. And I'm also working towards getting my first piece of dirt. Once I get dirt, I can start growing wood. Once I can start growing wood, I can start farming the things that I wanted from the start. That is to say iron, so I can get water, and gold, so I can make a golden apple and get villagers. I'm mostly in this to make a house, but if we make some other fun things along the way, because, you know, the big grind is making that house, I think that would be fun too. And so that's where we're at, if you want to know. And it sounds like you do want to know because you asked. Okay, so now it should be dark enough. I'm hoping it's dark enough that we can place down our mushroom. Right there. And now we'll see if that mushroom grows anything, chat. It's covered. The cover doesn't make a difference, apparently, but I'll place it there anyway. And although it won't grow in the day, and I don't spend most of my time at night, it's still worth seriously considering. Seed Sunday is finished. Just to confirm, is the title the one we're using? Uncensored. Oh no! How did I look at an Enderman? Okay, that's fine. It's not great, but it's fine. Okay, let's get the creeper off the air. Oh my god, that was ridiculous. Whoever said they love vanilla not back, you know, I think I agree. And just so we have something to do, maybe we should fight the Enderman. Like, an Ender Pearl would give me a nice little motivational boost. It'd be cool to have, right? I could place it in an item frame later. Nah, let's go knock off that creeper. Am I a Chinese merch manufacturer? Because I am ready to knock off a Minecraft mob. Oh, yeah, I think the title is good, Harrison. You could drop it in the chat right here, and then I can say, whoa, no, of course not that, haha, if it's not real. I'll recheck it, actually. I'll recheck it. So the title for the video is, which genocidal dictator has the best Minecraft seed? I guess it should be, which Minecraft genocide... Yeah, no, I think that's pretty good. Yeah, I think that's right. I think that's great. He gone steal your blocks. He is gone steal my blocks. It's very true. It's a big problem too. Okay, so that's some string gotten, which is great because I can place it there. Ready for future me. Minecraft painting of a lady Enderman with Steve sitting on her lap. Also, I still need to get some more bone blocks, so it is worth seriously fighting any skeletons we see. Also, no! Yeah, it's a bit weird, the mobs we've got on, like 3 creepers and an Enderman. If we could get if we're going for weird mobs, I think I would like a witch though. If I'm allowed to be picky. Which song title has the best Minecraft seed? Bahahaha, great name. Thank you. I'm proud of it. I think it's a great one. You know it's a good title when Harrison has to come in chat and be like, is this, just to be clear, this is the title we're using, right? I am a little concerned about this one. Yeah, I do think that it's good. Genocide, or... Oh, actually, before though, Harrison, like, leave it... Once it's up, make sure you check the monetization, like, 5 minutes after it says approved. Because it will take a little bit longer because it has both the word genocidal and dictator in it. But then also sometimes it, like, reviews the video. I don't know. We'll check it. And if it gets demonetized, you just have to upload the same video again, but with a different title. You're not allowed to just change the title. As frustrating and confusing as that is as a rule. So then we'll place another block over here, and another one over here. And we'll place another one of these over there too. Yeah, look at that. This is nice. I probably could go in and break the solid chunks of wall that exist. It would look nicer if it was at least consistent. But it's working for me, and don't broke what ain't fixed, is what people always say. Interesting. Yeah, it's... Oh, a witch, chat, a witch! Okay, I'm sorting that witch. You can't stop me, and I would like to see you try. If we get sugar, we have a real dilemma on our hands, so let's hope we don't get sugar. Chat, I got sticks, I got glass bottles, and I got redstone. I think glass bottles have to go in there. Whole own interesting bundle of their own, right? Man, I have enough sticks to make a spear now. This sword is definitely going in the smelt pile, though. I think I can't use that anymore. And now we have 10 redstone. I can make a redstone block. Should I make a redstone block, chat? What? Should I? I really don't know the answer to that question. So I'm going to need your help in coming up with it. Also, if we get 2 more potatoes... Miranda, just 2 more potatoes, and we can get good things. 2 potatoes, and we're in luck. 2 potatoes. WTH, her hat gem glows. Yeah, it's Vibrant Visuals has a lot of interesting decisions. If you look at the Enderman eyes, I think they also have an emissive glow to them too. It's because they separate the lighting, like, you know, the internal lighting from the lighting. You know, that it all makes sense if I'm not saying it. If I'm not the one saying it, it makes more sense. Ah! That is potato number 2, chat. I have no idea how we got so lucky with our drops. The moment we realized we wanted potatoes, we got potatoes. I am a oh, look at that. Free Enderman, chat. Free Enderman. I feel like I should... You know, I don't need Enderman. I'm going to ignore the fact that there's Enderman there. I'm going to go for those zombie villages instead, in fact. Okay, let's go for it. Let's just... it would be great if the Enderman could attack the skeleton. Actually, no, I need to attack the skeleton. So... if you could, sir. Okay, he just broke my leather chest plate. Not ideal. Now he can attack the zombie villager. That would be great for me. So now that he's attacking the zombie villager, I will finish him off. Just bounce him around a bunch. See, it's so much easier to attack these guys when they're not attacking you. There's a lesson in that somewhere. Also, I'm going to put this potato away safely now. There's no way I'm even risking that. Just not... No! It's fine. It's fine. See, that's why you can't run risks, because sometimes risks lead to stupid things happening. Speaking of stupid things happening, that is a silly risk that I don't like, that happened for no particularly good reason. So let's make a bone block. And let's patch out another one of these. A second witch! Chat, what a treat. What a treat. Should I make a spear from the first one? No, I'm going to use the wooden axe a little bit more. Chat, 2 witches, 1 night. I'm going to eat some rotten flesh. And we're going to get the skeletons to attack each other first. Or the skeleton to attack a zombie, or whatever it is. How did it get me and not the zombie? Genuinely quite impressive. Okay, attack each other, please. Okay, witch, you cannot be... Okay, the witch is doing her own thing. That's what I like to see. We're going to eat the rotten flesh enough to just get some health in the tank. That witch will fall off the edge potentially, so I've got to be fast with this. And the skeleton has just decided to do his own thing. Okay, so that is weird, but he's gone. Not ideal, actually. Really not ideal what's happening right now. Also, I've got too much rotten flesh. I don't want to die with a pile of rotten flesh. Let's put it in. Okay, there we go. Perfect. I need the witch dead, and I'm willing to go. Okay, let's go for it. Let's go for it. Go. 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 No, 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 no. Okay, it's fine. It's fine to be poisoned. It's fine to be poisoned. What did I get, chat? Did I get... Oh, I got sugar. Now I have that interesting decision. That brown mushroom needs to grow. That brown mushroom absolutely needs to grow. It will cause me problems if it does not. So I'm going to die, but that's fine. I should have been more careful with the sugar. Very, very valuable block that I potentially ran close to missing there. Now I have to let these 2 skeletons attack each other. I don't know how you're doing such a bad job. It's a very simple task, friend. So I'm going to drop my sugar on the ground preemptively now. Alongside this, I guess. And then we're going to get back in there. These guys are starting to die. Perfectly fine. The Endermen, I'm curious what happens to them. Do they eventually teleport off the edge or not? Do they see it as a block that they can teleport onto? Or do they not see that at all? I do not know the answer, and I'm curious to find out. Ooh, 3 bones. That's enough for a bone block. Now we accept the death here. We have to accept a few deaths here, I think, actually. Accept the death there. Chat, I can officially make myself a fermented spider eye, but I will lose my brown mushroom forever. But I will make so much progress in the name of it that it'd be silly not to do so, right? It would be silly not to. So if you've never seen this recipe before, chat, because I'll be honest, you probably have never wanted to do it till today. Here is a real Minecraft recipe. You just need sugar, spider eyes, brown mushrooms. I have 29 spider eyes, so I'm no limit on those. The only thing I am limited on is how many brown mushrooms I have. And so the question becomes, do I consider that brown mushroom to be more valuable than an emerald? I think personally, until I see a wandering trader that is looking to buy a fermented spider eye, we definitely don't do it. The moment we have that wandering trader, we have to seriously be thinking about where our loyalties lie. Or at least where our preference lies, more importantly. And I don't know the answer to that question right now. And I hope I do know the answer by the time this comes. I'm going to be in a very stressful situation. Put wool above the blocks next to the mushroom. You think that's a good idea? I could do it. I can put my oak there as well. No, that might get exploded. I think wool is less risky. No, it shouldn't make a difference, right? But will yeah, is anyone backing up Nicholas Bedrock? Can anyone test that before I make the, like, assign resources to something as ballsy as that? Yeah, get rid of the brushroom. I'd say use the mushroom if the wandering trade or fermented spider eye trade appears, but until then, wait until it grows. Yeah, 100%, right? There'd be no reason to give up potential, you know, I could have multiple of them. That would be silly, but it still is quite tricky. So, yeah, earlier Dasher asked, why am I so surprised at the start of the stream? And in case you're watching all this way through, you probably don't care anymore. But, yeah, I usually press start stream on my software, and then YouTube says, do you want to start the stream? But today I pressed start stream, and YouTube was like, yes, you are going. And I was like, oh, hello. Like, I usually press start stream so I can just have this one button ready on YouTube, and everything's already going. But it was already going. It was a whole thing. Google says light level must be less than 13 to propagate brown mushroom on Bedrock. Oh, the slime spawned on the... Oh, that's... No, that... Did you see what I saw there, chat? It looked like a slime was, like, bouncing. I'm stupid. Should we fight this guy, then? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. No, let's not. Fighting this guy is a waste of my time. I mean, I can do it. I can do it. Otherwise, he just hangs out, wasting the spawn cap or whatever it is. So he has to go up this block to get to me, right? Oh, he can go that way too, apparently. Okay, and he can get me whether or not I'm ready to punch him. You know, I'll just knock him off the edge then. I think that's the easier way for me to deal with this emotionally. Great to know you, friend. Not great to know you. Let's stand here and let's wait. I think the wool block needs to be placed higher so the mushroom can grow. YouTube decided the chat had been waiting long enough. What happened? Hey, good to see you, Digging Truths. Sorry to keep you waiting. Oh, I mean, actually, I think I was really good at, like, advanced notes on this one. I was like, the moment my cousin, my panel member was like, I should stay over, I was like, I'll delay the stream now. I'll account for the fact that I want to record Seed Sunday before we, or, like, finish Seed Sunday. Yeah, and that should be good. I've mistaken slime blocks for slime chaps so much since this challenge started. Maybe I shouldn't leave the slime block up there. Maybe that's me being irresponsible and I should put it, like, off to the left somewhere. Just check the wiki and it turns out wandering traders sell brown mushrooms, so even if you use yours, they wouldn't become unobtainable. Okay, so the moment that I have the opportunity to, I'm selling my brown mushroom to make fermented spider eye. Perfect. Chat, that was a 360. Do you like it? I like it. Build a 2-block high mushroom spawn area with solid blocks overhead. It can double as an enderman killing area. Why 2-block high? And how big does it need to be? Oh, are you saying if I... It would need to be a lot of blocks to get the light level below 13. Because right now, this light level is 14. If I and that light level the mushroom is in is like 13 or something. Yeah, like, you don't have time to waste. I love watching how inefficient you are. It's painful, says Swordfish17. You're welcome to do it less inefficient if you'd like to. I won't stop you. You have the ability to. Someone said, and I really want to know, chat, again, this is like, trust but verify or whatever, right? But someone said in the comments of the first one, like, I wanted to know how this would go, so I played through, like, 40 days just after the stream finished. And I was like, wait a minute, 40 days? That feels like too much, but I'm just not sure. The wiki says it can be grown on dirt, podzol, and mycelium, though. Yeah, I don't think it will grow on stone under any circumstances. But if I leave it there, I get to feel like I've done something good. Also, where are the slimes, chat? Where are my slimes? I need a slime. Where's it at? But yeah, sometimes the, it's kind of like what I was saying, that, like, being in a bad place, I think watching something improve is much better than seeing something be perfect. This is, I think, one of the fundamental things behind Minecraft content. a lot of people don't realize that, like, it's not fun to just be like, here is my perfection. I'm going to go do some more perfection. Like, it's actually, I think it's more fun to watch people do things in a real way. A lot of people, like, I don't know, like, if you ever watch people who, like, I don't know, make... this is interesting in the travel sector. A lot of people who make travel videos really want to experience the highest end, crazy luxury stuff. But a lot of viewers want to see, like, the really average, generic, dull stuff. I want to make food reviews, chat, but I exclusively go to, like, super budget chain restaurants with ridiculous value deals. Because it's like, yeah, no one wants to do that. So no one is doing that. But, like, how do I know how good a, you know, Toby Carvery is? You know, unless someone makes a video. And the answer is it's very good. You should totally go to a Toby Carvery. I'm going to make myself 3 more slime balls. There's no need to do this on the fly. It just makes me feel kind of nice. And so that's why I've done it. Mushrooms will spread in caves. No, there are no caves here. Oh, there's a slime though. Heck yeah. You go all that time without slime and then 2 show up at once. My sort of style. Yeah, that's not a biased opinion, accounting that you subscribed exactly how you accomplish things. Yeah, I love, I'm pretty sure mushrooms only grow at night on Minecraft Bedrock. Yeah, there's just no point in removing it in the day. I don't expect it to grow during the day, but there's no point in removing it actively, right? Okay, are any more slimes spawning while I'm punching these slimes? I would like for the answer to be yes, it is! Chat, okay, we have to go get him. Look at this, so many slimes all at once. Okay, chat, this is gonna be the most slimes. Get ready for this. You ever seen this many slimes on screen in a void flat? This is my mega moment, chat. I still need just 1 more potato too, I should point out. Like, there's a lot of ways that I'm getting very close now to getting, like, I need 1 good wandering trader and life becomes good for me. But look at this. Okay, so there's still some medium-sized ones in here. But once I get those killed... Oh, that's very medium-sized. Okay. Chat. Look at the slime army coming towards me. So as long as I stand here, more slimes can spawn. Let's see how many slime blocks we get from this. Oh yeah, this brings me a lot of joy. After spending so long struggling. Also, did 4 slimes just spawn from nothing? How did that even happen? I have some questions, don't have the answers. I just have a ton of slime blocks. Realistically, this makes 3 slime blocks or something, but that's still... Like, when every block is as valuable and rare and precious as is in this world, you learn to appreciate the small things. Yes, I actually made a stream and didn't sleep through it. I know your time zone, not Resnold. It's 2 p.m. there. What are you doing sleeping through my streams? I have a friend, actually. He said he started night shifts recently. And he's like... And I love this because, again, I don't know how to describe this other than, like... I don't know, like, gamer culture. But, like... he was like, oh yeah, I finish work at, you know, like midnight, but really that means I'm getting out of there at like 11 p.m. You know, usually people say the opposite, but I liked him. He was like, yeah, I finish work at midnight, but that actually means more like 10, 11 p.m. And so it means I'm home by 11:30, and that means I've got all evening to myself. And I was like, you know, to most people, that is not a real sentence. That is, you can't say I get home at 11:30 p.m. and then I've got all evening to myself. Yeah, I do think between like 11 p.m. and 3 a.m. are the best hours because there is not a single obligation the world places on you. And the world doesn't even really have like expectation. The world doesn't have expectations for you or from you. The world is like, oh yeah, midnight, you should have your eyes shut. So I just don't even assume you're awake at this point. And when the world doesn't assume you're awake, life is better. You know, obligation-free world is a good world. Also, I should move the torch slightly further away, I bet. Just to be extra safe here. Also, we got some zombies. Let's go punch them. 4 zombies, that's a 1 in 30 chance that one of them gives me a potato, chat. Are you willing to feel lucky? I'm feeling lucky. I'm about to make a Google search and not really care what result I go to. Because I am feeling lucky. Ouch! It sucks how that works. Or doesn't, maybe. To be more accurate. Okay, so there's a lot of mobs here now. Honestly, enough that going to sleep isn't that terrible a move. So let's have some skeletons. I'll have the skeletons shoot the horde of zombies, actually. There we go. That's a problem solved. Yeah, I got scheduled for 4 to 10:30. Sometimes only... Oh, they did kill the zombie. That's bad, actually. I thought he would kill the... There we go. Okay, so... Okay. I'm dead, but that's fine. Everyone else can deal with everyone else. No, stop killing my zombies. It's bad when you kill my zombies. Oh, what did he drop? I thought he dropped iron. He did not drop iron. Let's get back into this. Chat, it is absolute chaos out here. Let me tell you. I need to get up here, and I need to get killing the baby zombie. But I can't be killing the baby zombie. Oh, yeah, not while there's... Should we just lead the baby zombie down that hole? You know, I have a baby zombie hole for a reason. Let's use it. Oh, he's attacking the zombie. That's perfect. That is absolutely ideal. And I still get the bones, which I need for my bone blocks to fill up other holes. Okay, so now we let the skeleton attack one more zombie, just so he is easier to kill. Come on, skeleton, you can do better than this. I know you can aim better than this. Come on, get better aim. Seriously, please do. Okay, so this baby zombie is going to ruin my life. Again and again and again, it seems. But yeah, my major aim is just to get some zombies killed, chat. Everything else is a nice little bonus. Okay, thank God. That is going to allow me to kill the skeleton once the skeleton is dead. Okay, once the skeleton is dead, I can finally switch to my main aim of killing zombies good and proper. That's what I would like to do. Oh. Toy Cat, the most wanted Java feature is the debug stick. No, they should remove that from Java if it's not on Bedrock. I think it's unreasonable. I think that's... Oh, what the... Did you see that, chat? The spider just decided I should go now. And just follow the skeleton off the edge. That is unreasonable behavior. I hate to say it. So that if the baby zombie goes first, then it doesn't matter what happens to everyone else. It can't hurt me. So we do have to be careful with how we attack, because zombies can attack us from surprisingly far away. There's a witch! Chat, I might get more sugar. I mean, I don't need more sugar. I might get... Whatever valuable drops does she have? I think I've gotten the best one, actually. I think sugar is as good as we can realistically hope for. But still, a witch, chat. More redstone. A redstone block is nice. It's colourful. Yeah, I think a redstone block near my base would go really nice, actually. Let's hope for the redstone block. Let's hope for the redstone block. The witch shouldn't despawn. I'll kill this zombie and then I'll go for her. I didn't get a potato like I'm hoping for. But I'm still feeling good about my ability to get... Okay, let's go. You do have to kill witches fast, sadly. Oh, and even if you do, you still get poisoned. But now we can put all of this away. And then I can focus on killing these fellas. You are going to have to go off that edge right now. And you are going to have to all stand right here while I painfully... Oh, what just happened there? Oh. Anyway, I would love the debug stick. It should be dropped by the witch, and you should have to enchant it. There you go. Debug stick on Bedrock idea. Ouch. That was probably for the best, actually. So let's get 2 more zombies in here. Oh, let's get 4 more zombies in here, actually. And we just have to get the creeper away. Yeah, I've got 7 zombies. This is enough that we just let the daytime kill them, right? Yeah, this is enough that we don't even... We don't bother with rules. I hope that they don't die by walking off the edge in the morning. There we go. Not happening. The creeper is throwing a spanner in the wrench, in the works. No, don't walk off the edge, don't! No, okay. So I have to punch him, and then give all of these guys a good punching too. That means they might drop a potato. Chat, do you see any potatoes? I would love to see some potatoes right now. I do not see potatoes. Hey, not Reznald! Thank you for remembering. Welcome back to the Cool Cat Club as a diamond cat. Very nice. Love to see it. Oh, mushroom facts in chat are the most chaotic part of the stream. I'm loving how much people disagree with each other on mushrooms. I'm just going to use, the understanding of mushrooms I have. What happens if you smelt up a piece of chain, chat? I don't think you can smelt chain. But if you can, you should get an iron ingot, right? Logically. That seems like a reasonable way for things to work. But is that how it works? Is that unreasonable? Do you remember you first thought of doing this on hardcore? Yeah. I think I would have just have to invested more in... Like, I put a lot of slime blocks together and making a safe hidey hole, effectively. It'd be doable, just really, really, really painful. I still kind of want to do this in hardcore. I'm very much... Like, I know it is possible in hardcore now. It's painfully possible, but it is possible in hardcore. It's ridiculous, but you could do this in hardcore if you could survive. Hey, Trace and Hollyoak! Thank you for becoming a channel member of our delightful club. For a full-time Minecraft player, oh, swordfish! Ooh, spicy! Tell me who hurt you. Tell me, like, I know that, like, it seems like it's a bit of a cliche. It almost seems like I'm deflecting this. But, like, I do think there's a real thing that, like, I think most people, once you get to the point where you're looking at people and you're actively continuing to, you know, like, watch someone that you hate with the sole purpose of hating, you know, either, like, you're, you know, like, you know, either you've got something in there that's like, yes, hate is one of my favorite emotions. It's part of a healthy, balanced diet. I need my daily hating. Or I think more realistically, Swordfish, I'd like to know, like, is it that something is wrong and, like, therefore everything is, you know, everything bothers you a little bit more now? Is there like something going on where you're like, yeah, actually, everything does. I don't like the way that something went down today, in my life, and so I wanna make sure that someone else feels pain. I think it's like a shockingly real thing that, like, you know, a common, like, dynamic is the idea that, like, oh yeah, when something bad happens to you, your choices are make sure that bad thing doesn't happen to other people, or it's like, go be the bad person who does that to other people. Like, you deserve to be on the giving end of it now. I don't hate you, I'm just a troll. Would you like some, like, specific ways to troll me then? Do you want to, like, should I give you some more specific ways to hurt me? Because honestly, my Minecraft knowledge, it's not that, like, it's not that integral to me. But if you go for, like, you know, my personality, right? Like, I'm putting myself out here for, like, 3 hours at a time. If you go, like, you know what, Toy Cat? You already mentioned that last week. I think that might, like, hurt me in the... I think that might, like, get me, you know? You know, the classic one is if you say, like, oh yeah, mic muted, you can hurt someone way more with mic muted than, oh yeah, you suck at this game and your dad's probably gay. Because, you know, I don't know that my dad is gay. He's had lots of opportunities. I don't know the guy very well. Maybe he is gay, and that's why I don't know him too well. But I think, apparently joining a world at the worst time is the worst. Yeah, you get it, Hacker1MC. YouTubers generally specialize, so are ignorant or at least less knowledgeable about other aspects of the game. Yeah, I'm mind blown when I watch other people, like, speedrun Minecraft. I'm like, yeah, it's not my best part of the game, but at one point, Like at multiple points actually. I have been both a console and a Bedrock world record holder for speedrunning. Like I try to downplay it because I think realistically, like by today's standards, I'm like an old man. Like I just cared about something when fewer people did. But that's like, but it's still like, yeah. Even as someone who hasn't done it for years, my like base level knowledge therefore is higher there. But when it comes to like farms and mechanics, it's like, yeah, I read about how this stuff works. And if you read about how Minecraft mechanics work, you'll be inevitably wrong 60% of the time because the wiki is based around Java and just pretends that Bedrock doesn't exist in all the cases. It's getting better at stuff like that now, but there's just so many bugs on Bedrock that you don't even know if you're trying to fix the wiki problem. It's hard to even know, like, but how do you fix that? Pick on his shirt. Plaid is not that flattering. See, there you go. There you go, digging troops. That's how you get people good. Yeah, I need to make a new bundle, which means I need to get a piece of string tonight. Also, I'm at half a heart and 3 hunger bars. Should we just jump off the edge? I think we should. And then in the morning, I'll pick up the chest plate, because what else am I going to do with it if not wear it? Easy peasy. Speaking of which, your mic is muted. Oh no, my mic is muted! I just enjoy winding up a bit sometimes. It's not that deep. But it's like, you know, don't you think you could more healthily get the winding up aspect by like, you know, the same response you get to someone saying like, you are bad at Minecraft, whatever it is, whatever mean thing you're trying to get reaction from, you know, like you might think it beneath you, but why not say something like positive and true, or even positive and false, you know, like, oh, so cat, you are so good at building. I think your house is beautiful. I mean, maybe that's mean, but in the opposite way. But even like sarcastic mean is funny at least. You know, like if you're trying to unwind, you can like. I think it's really easy to like otherize a bunch of people in chat and be like, how do this many people all seem to have broadly like how are Anne Thornton, Dazed and Confused, you know, Piglin Jesus. We've got Naito over here. You know, like how all of these people all come into the same opinion that it's like a good stream. But actually, like if you just engage with stuff that you like, even if in the laziest way, a lot of people are surprised. One of my most common responses on YouTube is, why is IBX Toy Cat here? It's like, yeah, I leave a comment on stuff that I like. Weirdly, it's mostly like TV shows and music and stuff. It's rarely YouTube videos, which is something I think I should improve. But it's actually, I said your shirt was nice. That's positive and true. Nah, the shirt isn't nice. It's unflattering, I've been told. I actually do like this shirt, chat. It's a bit thicker than my usual shirt. I wore this to the pub yesterday, if you want to know the real truth. I put on a different shirt this morning, and then I had to panic at the last minute. Because the last time I met someone, I wore the same shirt, and I was like, they'll think that I just really like Avril Lavigne. And the point is meant to be the opposite. It's the problem with irony. You have to really layer it down. No one should ever insult the Toy Cat house. It prevents fires. Yeah, exactly. I mean, honestly, if you look at this house, you can see how you wouldn't get a fire from being in it. Also, Ruby Doo says, thanks for keeping me company while I make over 100 waffles. That sounds like a YouTube video. Yeah, I would love some waffles. Your Minecraft world is flat and empty. Take that as you wish. It is flat and empty, you're right. Oh, I'm amazed at how much less flat and empty it's getting. We're 21 days in. You know, at this point, we'd have like a mansion if we wanted one in a regular world. I do love that we've got a world that looks exactly like how it started, but with some creeper holes, a little fence, and then a little stack out over there. That is the extent of what we have done here. But it is nice, right? It is kind of nice. This is the best live stream I've seen all week. Thank you, Strange Blacksmith. That is actually quite a compliment. That's a real compliment. Actually, the house fire thing is a misunderstanding of statistics. I mean, it's a correct understanding of. I mean, there's a funny thing. I've been thinking like I've been trying to explain this for a while that like Because I spoke to... Okay, so I think that there are some behaviors... Like, I'm a big believer in, like, but what's at the bottom of that? Like, some people say, like, well, I am a this because of that. I believe that I am a, you know, conservative because liberal stuff just doesn't make any sense. You know, I had a very... My family member who is Islamic and lives in London, as you might guess, it's quite conservative. They're like, I don't like that people are just like open about their sexuality here. I like that. I really enjoyed hearing the conversation. But I was thinking about it, and I really enjoy the religious perspective on this because, you know, a lot of people don't. A lot of people go like that opinion disagrees with mine, therefore I don't like it. But I like learning like bits like, but like fundamentally, why are you this way? And it's like because you believe that the new way of doing things doesn't make any sense. We had a way of doing things for so long, and then the way of doing things before that was better. Some people are like, you know, like 1990s conservatives, that like 1997 is when everything got terrible. Some people are like, you know, like 1960s conservatives or 1950s. Some people are like 1800s, like women shouldn't have the right to vote. That does describe my family member, by the way. But like, really, if you think about it, it's all kind of coming back to this same idea that like any new idea has a chance of failure, whereas the idea with the lowest chance of failure is the oldest one, right? The longer something has been done successfully, the less likely it is to be a failing idea. And so lots of people live in a part of the world where pork is just not consumed. And like, I think realistically they could look at the studies, look at the amount of people who eat pork now and say, yeah, rates of death don't go up that high. Maybe we should just, you know, give this a little bit of a try. I bet there's some great way we can turn this into ethnic cuisine. But actually they say like, well, people have been eating pork for 1,000 years, but they've been not eating pork for 30,000. And so how do we, like, have you ever spoken to people, chat, can we talk about Ozempic? Do you want to, should we talk about something real spicy? I think Ozempic is a really, really interesting can of worms. Because it's the exact same thing that, like, some people are like, yeah, I see all of the benefits in all of these studies, and I know that there's some huge downside we just don't know about. It's like, I still don't know if this is... Oh no, my chest plate! I've lost my first real valuable to death, chat. But it's okay. So I'm going to lure the skeletons this way, unless it's just one skeleton now. It is. Also, I like this music track. It's been a while since we've had it, but it's beautiful. Chat, what do you think about Ozempic? Do you have any opinions on it? Yeah, you're ignoring the possibility of it also being better than the current way. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the... There's an argument, though, that being conservative, hypothetically, right, with my life is worth doing because being dead has an infinite cost, but not being able to enjoy I don't know, a pork smoothie or a bacon roll or you know, like the possibility of these things, it's just such a low benefit compared to losing my life that it's not even worth considering. It's the Pascal's wager of also let's finally make ourselves the bundle that we desperately need. It's the Pascal's wager of, like, you know, like even if you think there is a tiny chance that the idea, by the way, is that if you think there's a tiny chance there's an afterlife, you should behave as if it is true, because if it's not, you spend an eternity suffering. But if it is, then, you know, like, and your life, if your life is the only thing that exists, then you shouldn't risk it over anything. Which is weird, because you'd argue religious people, knowing that when they die, they have this great after party to go to. It's like, yeah, what does it matter if you leave this party sooner? You get to go to the next party. Anyway, let's get these two skeletons to fight. He was a good chest plate. He will be missed. I got ads for Ozempic and GLP-1 on Amazon Prime last week. I haven't seen any ads for it, actually. Which I think is really interesting in its own right. Like, it should... I almost think it should be advertised. I don't know. That's a bit of a wonky opinion, but... no, actually, I think... I kind of feel like I do with the COVID vaccines, where I think the more you push people to do it, the more they assume there's some, like, underlying great reason they shouldn't. Like, I think it has to come from, like, natural sources. So I'll be your natural source right now, chat. I think that if you're like me and you struggle with, like, I don't know, your brain, your consumption doesn't match your... Pascal's wager is not a serious philosophical dilemma. Well, it's not a serious philosophical dilemma because actually most people would concede that the odds of religion being true are either 0 or 1. But if you were agnostic, it would be smart. Well, and also, you're making the assumption, but it's a good point to raise the idea that, like, yeah, if there's an infinite upside for doing something, or an infinite downside, then technically there's no equation anymore. You just should do the thing. There's no thought process anymore. How did the creep got so close to falling down there? And so the downside for potentially being wrong about... Oh! The rain stopped. I can see clearly now. The rain is not here anymore. Isn't Ozempic an injection? So that Ozempic used to just be an injection, but now it's a pill as well. I think the pill isn't widely available word. Okay, so we're gonna slam this guy a bunch while he's being attacked by other guys. Oh, is that a bow I see, chat? No, it's not. It's not a bow. I would like it to be a bow that I see. But I do not see one. Also, I think that skeleton just hit a spider. Not sure if I'm right. Are the spiders attacking each other, chat? No, he's just... I think he's attacking my corpse. I could be wrong about that. Okay, so I need to get onto that skeleton while he's busy with the other guy. Oh, okay. That works. Oh, yes. Oh, power 1. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Enchanted and got durability? That makes a difference. So we can do, like, only a few critical hits to finish off spiders, which is lovely. Do you think you'd do any more Hightail content? Great question, Tone9395. I'll answer it after we finish my previous thread, though. Breaking news, the government mandates use for Ozempic. I think there's a real argument that while your healthcare costs do... Like again, a real argument, not the one that I'm behind. But it's like, there are lots of things that are made mandatory because it is, like, the reason you can't drunk drive, you know? I'm a big believer that everyone should be able to do what they, you know, like, your individual liberty is the most important thing in the world, but I still don't believe in your right to drunk drive. At least not when you're really drunk. Because I think that, you know, you're gonna run into someone innocent. And you might say, well, okay, what if you don't run into someone innocent? And my idea for this, chat, this is my $1 billion idea. We should have the purge, but specifically for drunk driving. Like, rather than saying drunk drive, you know, like, oh yeah, you should just never drunk drive. Because people just do it anyway. This is something crazy you realize if you go to America. Like, or even if you just go to the countryside in the UK. If you go somewhere where people need cars to get places, eventually you spend enough time there and you realize, like, oh yeah, everyone there they just accept that the rule says that you can't do it, but I want to do it anyway, so I'll just do it. That's just reality. You can dislike reality, but that's what reality is. So, like, drunk driving should be, like, between 12 and 6 a.m., you know, drunk driving hours. No sober driving allowed. Everyone has to drive drunk. You can eliminate the externality. But actually, even then, chat, even if you can do that, you still have the problem that, like, scooping up your dead body in the morning because you drunk drove into someone else, that's still, like, a bad task. That is still a negative effect you've done for society. I don't want to pick up your body parts in the morning. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to volunteer. And so it's still not fair of you to do that, in my opinion, under my morality system. But so we say, like, if you are costing everyone else, then it doesn't matter how much of your personal liberty we're infringing on. You know, you might say it's stupid to say that, but it is a personal liberty to say that even if you really want to go somewhere and you have the means to go there, if you're drunk and that means there's a car, you can't do it. And that's, I am in favor of that. But it is technically a liberty in... No, don't fall down the hole. Oh, wow, that worked perfectly. That worked amazingly perfectly, chat. And now I can kill all these skeletons all these zombies in the morning. This is going perfect. It's what I like to see. Yeah. do rights end when hurting someone becomes an option? A little bit tricky. So like with the Ozempic thing, you could argue again. So the evidence that I have seen, if you've seen different evidence, then obviously you'll come to a different conclusion. Is that like, oh yeah, it has healthier outcomes for lots of different things. There are certain downsides with bones. There's certain downsides with once you stop doing Ozempic, 70% of people gain back some or all of the weight. So it can become like an addiction almost if you put it that way. There are downsides to it, obviously. I think it's insane if people were to argue there was none. But, so let's put the glass bottle in here. And then let's put the acacia saplings in there. And now we got 2 bundles. Life is good. And we've got space to put in our bow. Really? Okay, you know, I'm just gonna smelt up my 3 things I can smelt. I don't think you can smelt chainmail armor, chat. But if you can, I'm gonna find out right now. I'm like 70% sure you cannot. Oh, you can? What do you get? So then we have to put... Okay, quickly. Go. Okay, you do get... Okay, so bows give you 1 smelt. I thought it was 1.5. Oh, my life is so much easier if it's 1.5 smelt. Or 1 smelt. Okay, so... That's good. That's progress. That makes my life a little bit easier, I guess. Look at this, chat. I've got 2... I thought it was 1.5. I was sure it was 1.5. But, like I said, I checked the wiki, and the wiki... Or maybe I just checked the wiki wrong. I'll blame myself for that one. I'm just bad at Minecraft. Yeah, look at that. I got some nuggets now. Look at my nugget pile, chat. Yeah! 70% isn't that surprising. Ozempic doesn't really encourage you to take accountability and make lifestyle changes. Oh, yeah, okay, I hate when people say that, though, because it's like, yeah, we all understand that's how you do something, but it's like saying, oh, yeah, the way that you, like, live a long time, the way that you're happy is by simply removing sources of sadness while doing long-term meaningful decisions. It's like, yeah, that's the pursuit of happiness is the whole thing that life is about. It's the whole thing that we both give people the freedom to do, but accept that a lot of people are going to make mistakes and fail at doing. And so it's like, yeah, long-term accountability and lifestyle changes to make yourself happy, healthy, and functioning are great. But we also can accept that, like, yeah, for most people, either it's just, we could say it's not possible. I don't know if I go that far, but it's way harder for some people than for others. And if there's a magical way to do it for them, like, I think that I'll make this point. I think that watching short form video, but let's extend it to long form video so that I'm attacking myself here too. I think if you watch long form video to numb yourself at the end of the day, like you have a bad day at work, and you're like, everything sucks. Sometimes it can be tempting to just like, I'll just put on the endless scroll feed, or I'll put on the, you know, it's like that I feel like that is a common thread feeling, right? Am I wrong, chat? You tell me. But just because people use it in a harmful way, it doesn't mean that they shouldn't be using it, right? I feel like there's a lot of things where that's kind of true. That like, yeah, I don't love the way that this is being used, but also that is people's choice, and I hope they work that out. Because that's what they got to do. So chat, my slime block pile has gone dramatically bigger today. I've got to say, I am happy with that. My bone block pile, oh, it's also gotten much bigger, which means that I can finally put together... Oh, I've got to use a crafting table. I can finally patch up the last of this hole, and I could put a block there, but it's not going to make a difference. So if I put a block like here, will they start walking around it? Yeah, if I put a block over here as well. Chat, my base has just received a facelift. Doesn't it look beautiful now? But so has my world. We are 22 days into this, and as absurd as it is to say, I am still struggling a little bit. But to celebrate the end of today, as I think we should do, I'm going to make myself something special, chat. I'm going to make myself a classic Mounts of Mayhem feature. I can't say classic, it's a brand new update. Here is a stone spear Yeah, look at that. I can poke mobs from afar now. What a delightful upgrade this is. Thankfully, I can use this forever. And actually, if I get enough speed, I could do some real damage of this. But chat, I have had a great time hanging out today. I hope that you've had a great one too. If you did, then don't forget to check out my brand new video. Which genocidal dictator has the best Minecraft seed? It is currently monetized at time of recording. Whether that is a good idea is up to you to decide. But you can go watch that video, or you can watch this one again, but at 2 times speed. Or at 0.5 times speed. You know, you can watch this video at any speed, because it's your decision. It is but the most important thing, if we tie this all in together now, is to say, yeah, removing accountability is a bad thing. You do need to, at some point, you need to say you have accountability for yourself. If not for all the boring things that society says, then for your own broader happiness, to pursue the thing that makes you, in the long term, happy. And if I could give you a little sponsor spot today, it'd be take 10 seconds and think about what it is that would make you happy. Not today, not this week, but this year. Or maybe this decade, if we could go so broad. And I'll do that right now too, actually. Yeah, what would make me happy is if you liked the video. Thank you for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you for part 3 later this week. I love this series, and I don't know how. I was sure, like, yeah, we're gonna stall out, and we're gonna lose the point of this, but I am loving it. So thank you, and I'll see you next time. Good night. Man, it is cool seeing the progress. It's slow, but I love it. Am I just playing continuously slower and slower Minecraft challenges? I think so. But You know, I'm gonna do future me a favor, and I'm actually gonna kill myself, so that when future me comes to stream, he'll be like, "Wow, I have full hunger. Life is good." This is a decision that takes current me some extra time, but future me gets to benefit. There's something to learn from that, I reckon.